Every second, every minute, man, I swear that she can get it. Say if you a bad bitch, put your hands up high. Hands up high. Hands up high. Till I feel the lights down right now. Put me in the mood. I'm talking about dark room perfume. Go.
I recognize your fragrance. Hold up, you ain't never gotta say shit. And I know your taste is a little bit high maintenance. Everybody else basic. You live life on an everyday basis with poetic justice. Poetic justice. If I told you that a flower bloomed in a dark room, would you trust it? I mean, I write poems in these songs dedicated to you. And you're in the mood for empathy. There's blood in my pen. Better yet, with your friends and them. I really wanna know you all. I really wanna show you off. Fuck God, pour up plenty of champagne. Cold nights when you curse this name. You called up your girlfriends and your girl in that little bitty range. I heard that she wanna go and party. She wanna go and party. Nigga, don't approach her with that Atari. Nigga, that ain't good game, homie. Sorry, they say conversation rule the nation. I can tell, but I could never right my wrongs unless I write it down for real. P.S. You can get it, you can get it, you can get it.
Can I tell you something for what it's worth? If you have it, that's all I have. I'm so anxious just to hear the silence. It's so quiet, but I hear you saying to me, baby. Said our time we're making up time. The times you wasn't with me waking up. Now you never said I couldn't miss your touch. I needed you, I needed you. Needed to distance myself from you. I was just alone with you. So confused, won't you? Won't you? Can I tell you something for what it's worth? We have it, that's all that take you there, take you. I'll show you something, give you more than what we have it, that's all that take you there, take you. I'll show you something, give you more than what we have it, that's all that take you there, take you there. Take you there, won't you? Fill me up till my cup's overflowing. I'm so anxious just to feel the silence. It's so quiet, but I hear you saying to me, baby. Said our time we're making up time. The times you wasn't with me waking up. Now you never said I couldn't miss your touch. I needed you, I needed you. Needed to distance myself from you. I was just alone with you. So confused, won't you? Won't you? Can I tell you something for what it's worth? We have it, that's all that take you there, take you. I'll show you something, give you more than what we have it, that's all that take you there, take you there. Please be done. Just be nothing to me. I want you to give to me. Yeah. Please be done. Just be nothing to me. I want you to give to me.
Every second, every minute, man, I swear that she can get it. Saying if you a bad bitch, put your hands up high, hands up high, hands up high. Tell them turn the lights down right now, put me in the booth. I'm talking about dark perfume, go.
I recognize your fragrance. Hold up, you ain't never gotta say shit. And I know your taste is a little bit high maintenance. Everybody else basic. You live life on an everyday basis with poetic justice. Poetic justice. If I told you that a flower bloomed in a dark room, would you trust it? I mean, I write poems in these songs dedicated to you when you're in the mood for empathy. There's blood in my pen. Better yet, with your friends and them. I really wanna know you all. I really wanna show you off. Fuck God, pour up plenty of champagne. Cold nights when you curse this name. You called up your girlfriends and your girl in that little bitty range. I heard that she wanna go and party. She wanna go and party. Nigga don't approach her with that Atari. Nigga that ain't good game home is sorry. They say conversation rule the nation. I can tell, but I could never right my wrongs unless I write it down for real. P.S. You can get it, you can get it, you can get it.
When feel like days. Only been days, but it felt like months. Been gone for a year, only know like once. Life move fast and you do what you want. At this time, doing what I want. Hope you doing what you want. What you want.
My new bitch look like Tyler Perry, but she don't love me, she too scary. My old bitch front like Jackie Brown. I wanna know but she too down. Will you be my leading lady? I want a contract, yeah, no maybe. In the meantime, it's some me time.
Hope you doing what you want.
Crib by the beach like Odell. No, but mom, my killers don't tell. Shadow my mom, cause I New York the shell. Now my bitch is Chanel. Will you be my leading lady? I wanna call you and get a little maybe. In the meantime, it's some me time.
Hope you doing what you want. Only been a few hours, but it felt like days. Only been days, but it felt like months. Been gone for a year, only know like once. Life move fast and you do what you want.
In the meantime,
This time, doing what I want.
it's some me time.
You doing what you want.
In the meantime,
This time, doing what I want.
it's some me time.
You doing what you want.
Maybe I love myself, I don't know. Leave me here, I'll fuck myself. See me in the mirror, I duck myself. Don't need much, so fuck my wealth.
I need you in the morning, but I need you now. Yeah, I know I give you all you need. I know what you like. I feel it coming. Tell me that the yes. I try to keep you, and I need some lessons. I need to give it all. I try to live, but I can't. I don't know why I got the wall. Drop me out of my mind. Don't need no other body. Don't need no other body. Only you feel on my body. Only you feel on my body. You don't need no other body.
Then I need a mess of my mind. And I need to get free up in mind. Say your body talk to me nice. Say I'm my love, you didn't need for your life. Yeah, our love no be like. Say every day together, yeah, day and night. Yeah, if I leave, you go by. Yeah, if you leave, I go by. Loving your body, baby. Loving your body, baby. As you're whining your body, baby. So crazy. Loving your body, baby. Girl, you want need me. I just wanna let you know. Hope every day
Don't need no other body. Don't need no other body. Only you feel on my body. Only you feel on my body. You don't need no other body, baby. Ask me, baby, no one, no one,
Till the morning, my walking up on your early. I just wanna get you beside me.
give me all you need, give me all you need, give me all you, give me all you need, give me all you need, give me all.
Make I
Hello, T, Shady Stars, Big Dip, get a lot of haystack gang in the city.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Thursday, people. I am right now, which I should have did maybe like 20 minutes ago, putting the StreamYard link on my community wall for anybody that wants to hit it. How y'all doing today? Blessings, Miss Lynn. Hey, Lady Marie. Hey, Renee. Y'all come on in. Come on in. Come on in. I hope everybody's having a blessed day. Wait a minute. I didn't do that right. Nope, I did. Hold on, y'all. All right. Hopefully. Okay, there we go. Good morning, Melissa. Hello. You tired? What's wrong, girl? What you been doing over there? You tired? You at work? What's the matter? What happened? Let me pull up. So listen, y'all. We got a verdict already. I kind of knew and anticipated that this so-called mock of a trial, and the reason why I call it a mock of a trial, every now and again, I feel like some cases, or uh, how should I put this? Some trials are just not necessary, and I know that's the American way and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Like I get it. That's part of living in the home of the free and the what do they call it? Because I ain't never believed that shit, so I ain't never really learned it. But home of the free, something of the brave, yeah. But okay, okay, the truth. But some trials, I absolutely, I think, are just so unnecessary. To be honest, this is one of those trials because I mean, come on. Like I said yesterday, and I said it yesterday, and I meant it. Like once the text messages came, that was enough for me. Oh, land of the free, huh? Oh yeah. Hey, Melissa, girl, get me on it, girl, get me on it, huh? 'Cause even though y'all, I promise y'all, it don't matter what time I go to sleep or take my nap in the middle of the night, because I don't sleep at night, but I will doze off depending on how my day went. But no matter what, my body automatically wakes up at 4 a.m. So whenever I come to y'all at 8 or 9 o'clock, a.m., I'm usually been up since 4, and maybe I've laid back down and taken a nap or not. It all depends on the day. I know, Melissa, girl, you got me. Thank you, girl. I appreciate it, honey. I love y'all. I do. So listen, we do have a verdict, y'all, already. It was only like 2 days of testimony. And oh girl, of course, as we anticipated, because nobody thought she was gonna get off on this, y'all. Like honestly, if there's anybody in the chat or the bushes that thought she was gonna get off, you can let me know. Speak up. Speak up, speak up. Let truth know that y'all thought, hold on. That y'all thought this woman, like I never thought she would get off. I was just, we was just going through, listening to, and we still gonna listen. So what I've done, since there is a guilty verdict, I'm not going to sit and listen to the rest of the trial. But what I am going to do, in order to close this one here out, I went to Law and Crime Trials. Y'all know that's my channel. There's Law and Crime, and then there's Law and Crime Trials. The channel that actually covered the live coverage of the court proceedings, right? Land of the slaves that built this, right? And so and what they do is they clip out certain testimony, right? You know, that testimony that they feel as though people are interested in. So they make little clips or videos of the testimony throughout the trial. So what I'm gonna do in order to wrap this up, because we're not gonna sit and continue to listen to the trial since there has been a verdict. But what I will do is play this different testimonies. I think she testified, her son testified, her mother testified. I think I got the testimony of the medical examiner that talked about um, Brooklyn's injuries. I think I got the closing arguments, and I also have the reading of the guilty verdict. So we are going to continue to listen to some, testimony today, but it's going to be in um, video form. I got a video for each one of those. I'm not going to continue to play the whole the whole court proceedings or whatever. And so, yeah, we're going to listen to that because I am still interested in listening to the testimony that led up to her guilty verdict. Okay. And then we're going to be done with this. And then I got another case I want to start ASAP. It's not it's not court proceedings. It's just another case. Okay. Good morning, Miss Tia. How are you? Happy Thursday. So y'all come on in, hit the like button for your girl. Okay. Feel free to support the channel. This channel is monetized. Did I cut my? Y'all know what? I don't think I cut my commercials on. Not commercials, ads. Anywho, I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm not gonna worry about it. So y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Support the channel. Feel free. This is a monetized channel. So feel free to hit the cash app, the super chat, the super sticker, and support your girl. Truth Hurts has officially clocked in. So let's get into it. So, but listen, we are going to listen to testimony, but this first little short video right here, I want to watch with you all because for some reason in her first trial, because for those that don't remember, this lady is being she had to be retried. She had a initial trial going on. I want to say last year, and there was a mistrial. I talked about that. So if you missed that, go back to my previous live and catch that replay. But yeah, that was a mistrial in the first trial that they were doing um, concerning her, and for some reason she petitioned to the courts to have the balloon releasing that they had for Brooklyn thrown out. So apparently she was at the balloon release, right? And I think she was arrested like right after the balloon release. But for some reason in the first trial, she petitioned the court to have that balloon release footage excluded, and I'm kind of curious as to why. And so, with that being said, I got this little short clip that talks about it, and maybe it'll give me some answers. I don't know. But we're going to listen to it, and then we're going to get into the testimony, and then, yeah. But to reiterate once again, she was found guilty of assisting her son in the unaliving of Brooklyn. I did not know until it was brought to my attention on yesterday that this channel is growing. I did not know that. I told y'all I rarely look at numbers on my channels. I rarely look at the analytics. And it's something that I do for me just because I don't want to obsess over it. Like I want to know that my channels are growing, but I don't want to obsess over it. So, cause see, just like your channels can grow rapidly, they can also stay stagnant. So when you focus on the numbers and you are stagnant, it's kind of discouraging. So I just every now and again I may go check something out or look something up, or I don't even check my money. Like I don't. when I know what I'm getting paid, I'm actually getting paid. I don't sweat the numbers because it does something to my psyche, and I don't like to do that. So, um, thank you, Miss Lynn. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So yeah, this channel is growing. Thank God. I appreciate all my new subscribers. I appreciate those that watch the replays, those that are in the bushes. I do appreciate the support. I did not know. In fact, let me go to it right now because I was over making sure I had monetization on all my lives that I have been doing over here. And according to YouTube, let me go because I was on the let's see. According to the YouTube statistics, I am 169 subscribers up. I did not know that. I am now at 52.99. I get one more today and I'll be at 5,300. And I thank God and I thank you all for that. I appreciate that. So if you're in the bushes or you catch the replay and you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. I would like to end the day with 5,300 subscribers, okay, on this channel. So with that being said, let's get into it. So this, like I said, this first video, let me do this first, y'all. We're gonna do that. Um, and then we're gonna do that. All right, so let's get into it. Now, this video was dropped last year. I want to say that, well, whenever, not like 9 months ago. 9 months ago, this video was dropped, and it's talking about the reason why Sheila Agee in her first trial wanted the video footage of the balloon releasing excluded from evidence or whatever. So I'm gonna listen to this and we're gonna see why. All right. All right. Let's see. Hopefully this will play. Thank you, Ms. Lynn.
Here. His mother, Sheila Agee, also charged with first-degree murder. The Escambia County Sheriff's Office says she encouraged her son to commit the crime.
Today, Sheila Agee's attorney filed a motion to throw out what prosecutors say is a key piece of evidence against her. Tanner Stewart joins us in the studio with more details of today's hearing. Tanner?
Bob, Sheila Agee's attorney, Christopher Raby, filed 2 motions to dismiss evidence in this case. The first was body cam video of Sheila Agee at the Home Depot after the murder, as well as video WEAR aired of a balloon release for the victim shortly after the murder. That shows Sheila Agee in attendance supporting the victim's family. The second motion is centered around 60-plus pages of text messages between Sheila Agee and her son, Keith. Attorney Christopher Raby says his client, Sheila Agee, ignored her son's request to help locate Brooklyn Sims for hours before finally giving him the address to the Home Depot on Davis Highway. That's where Keith Agee killed Sims, inside the store, where Sheila Agee was also working. Sims was the mother of Agee's young child. Her attorney asked the judge to throw out a portion of the pair's text conversation, saying Sheila believed her son wasn't going to drive from Citronelle, Alabama to Pensacola that day to commit murder. Raby claimed the evidence could...
I'll be waiting you in Citro, which is Citronelle, Alabama. And then it goes into the unfortunate text that those are referring to potential future actions. The Citronelle later drug those. They are in Citronelle. They're not, or potentially in Citronelle. They're not relevant to prove or disprove any material fact in this case, which is why we're here, which is a shooting in Pensacola.
The state argues the text messages are the crux of their case.
And then, Judge, although this started in Citronelle, if you look at the next page at 11:28:02 a.m., the text message from Miss Agee, she says, hell, if you're getting off work now, I'll give you the address here and you can ride over here and do it so you don't have to do it in front of Casey. And then the one after that, she says, we just see Pensacola. So, granted, all these maybe.
All right, let me stop it and bring it back up. And if it continues, I'll play the audio. Y'all know how this goes. Truth is working diligently to master another streaming app before StreamYard actually cuts me off. Because they're going to cut me off because I cut them off. I'm just waiting. But yeah, let me see. Let's try this again. I don't hear anything. Let's see.
Plan was clearly executed. The judge ruled the murder.
Yeah, it's
Now,
it's still
Did you-
skipping, so y'all know what we're gonna do. And I'll try it again. I'll try the visuals again in a minute, but for right now, let's just play the audio. Let's see.
Power on. Bluetooth pairing. Bluetooth connected.
Good morning, clown.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm good. I'm just not used to you being on time and early.
Excuse me?
You know, like I was shocked. I looked up and you said 8:30, and I was like,
more than a year.
"What? 8:30? Okay, all right." And then you were actually on time. I was like, "Damn, just way behind now."
Well, I never. Don't do that, D-Truth. I got a long day ahead. I got a busy schedule. Now, I said I was going to do this live this morning, but I had said I probably wouldn't go on my T channel. But I'm actually trying to get a live in over there, too, as well. And then, I have to, I have something to do this evening. So I'm trying. I'm really trying.
I'm working, boss. I'm working.
That's right. That's right. That's right. But yeah, we got a guilty verdict, huh? Are you shocked?
No, the reason the defense lawyer was trying to muddy up the text messages so much is because he knew that's an immediate guilty verdict right there. So, he had to do something to try to at least sway one or two of them. I mean, it was stupid. She should have took a plea deal. Is what she should have did.
She should have. Now, this is one time where I agree that a person should have taken the plea deal. Yeah.
And again, they may not have even bothered. Like, why? We don't have to. You're gonna be guilty, so we're gonna go to court so I can give you the max. I don't know. A lot of times, if they feel like this is 100% slam dunk, they're like, I'm not putting anything on the table. You're guilty. There is no plea deal. We need to send a message to people to say, hey, if you want to engage in this, we're gonna send your ass to jail for a long time. She's lucky. She's lucky that she was not. And in some states, they would have hit her with first degree because she was an accessory to it.
Absolutely.
So she got lucky by just the aiding and abetting in a first degree.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna say when she's going to be sentenced, and I'm gonna cover that too as well.
I wonder if the baby is just gonna stay with the grandmother.
I think the baby is with Brooklyn's mother.
Oh, good. I'm glad that they got.
I mean, where else would she be? The dad is locked up. This grandma is locked up.
Well, her mother.
Oh yeah, her mother. Yeah,
but I hope that baby went to her family because
I think
it's sad in a way because I know that his grandmother loved that baby to death.
I think his grandmother loved her too. Yeah.
I don't think this bitch that's going to jail had any feelings really for her, but it looked like I'm kind of thinking because the addresses I see on them are all the same address.
Yeah, Brooklyn State. That's why it was weird to me. Unless they listen, it was weird to me that he didn't even know. I'm sure he knew she worked at Home Depot, but it was weird to me that he didn't know which one or the address.
She doesn't work for Home Depot. She works for
but what I'm saying is, it was weird to me that his mom worked there.
Yes. Well, no,
and she physically worked there.
No, she did the inventory. They travel around, meaning they go from
Oh, so
store to
basically the
store.
mom worked there, but it's still you don't know the address or which Home Depot your mom works at.
No, but she doesn't. She doesn't work for Home Depot. She works
I
for the.
thought the mom worked for Home
No,
Depot. It was Brooklyn that did.
no, she worked for the inventory company. Brooklyn worked for her. So
Oh, got you,
the mother was the supervisor of the inventory company.
got you.
That's why she's like, I'll give you the address because they're always moving from place to place.
Okay, now I get it.
Yeah. So
Okay, because see, I was thinking. Listen,
mm,
I was thinking that the mom actually was employed by Home Depot,
no.
and not Bridget. I'm looking at this damn screen. Brooklyn,
Mhm.
was a contract employee. Okay,
No.
that makes sense.
So what they do, like they inventory Walmart's, they inventory the big box companies, Best Buy. So they bring like 10 or 12 people in and they inventory the whole store for you. So your employees don't have to do it. So this
Mm-hmm.
company, that's all they do. They have the machines and all this stuff to
Mm-hmm.
inventory your actual inventory so that the companies don't have to worry about buying inventory machines and all this other stuff and counting.
Gotcha.
So she was a supervisor of the inventory of that team of inventory people, and Brooklyn worked for her in that team.
That makes sense. That
Yeah,
makes sense to me
yeah. So
because I couldn't.
her mother watched the baby while they went to work. Now remember, he comes and goes because they even said it in his trial that he comes and goes where he's working somewhere else or working. So he comes and goes because when would she have time to sleep with somebody if they all live in the same house together?
I don't think she slept with anyone else though.
She didn't, but he thought she did. It's
Right,
because he was never there.
right. Okay, okay.
He was in and out.
Yeah. Okay, well, we're gonna watch this short news clip or listen to this short news clip explaining I guess why, cause see, okay, so initially in the first trial, she tried to get the text messages thrown out, which is I knew was a no go. I mean, that's the evidence right there. And then they also tried to get the balloon release video thrown out and something else. I think they said in the first trial they tried to get thrown out. I think they did get this video thrown out though. The balloon release video. I think they did.
That balloon release would have been for the jury to watch her crying, and
I don't know if I have that video. I don't know if they're gonna show it in here.
yeah, but for the jury to see her cry at the
Mhm.
balloon release and then
Mhm.
read those text messages, especially the
Mhm.
one that says, "If you don't do this, you a little bitch." To
Mhm.
see that and then to see her at the balloon release like she's, oh, I can't believe my baby's gone. Oh, what to see her all distraught over the death of this woman, but
Mhm.
yet you facilitated it. You had a hand in it. You
Mhm.
didn't try to stop it. That's what I'm saying. There's no way she could not be found guilty because she had every means to stop it. She could have told the people at Home Depot. She could have called the cops. She could have did a number of things. She could have waited for him and stopped him when he came in. She could have
Mhm.
did a number of things.
She
But
could have, while
she
she was over
didn't.
there out there pasting, waiting for
Hmm.
him.
Hmm.
After she realized that he was coming, and for her not to try to stop him once he got there, or even alerted. Listen, you could if you listen because this is the thing, whether you cared about Brooklyn or not, if you cared about your son, me myself, I care about my son. So even if my son won't listen to me, right, and I'm telling you don't do this, and he insists on doing it, and I'm there and I'm able to stop it or at least attempt, you know what I'm saying, to stop it. Because see, okay, so you gonna come and hurt her or unalive her, but in turn you hurting yourself
Hmm.
because you going to prison. I don't want my son to go to prison, right? So if you care anything about your son and your grandbaby, you would have tried to stop that. So whereas her mother wouldn't be unalived and your son wouldn't be in prison for life. The woman is sick, like straight up.
You could have told her to leave.
Warned her. Come on,
Warned her something.
Warn the security in the store. Have somebody call the police
Yes.
or anything. You wanted it to happen. You wanted it to happen.
She had enough time to call the police, and the police would have been there in the parking lot when he showed up.
It took him 2 hours to get there.
Yeah. You could have told the police that he is on his way. He says he's going to shoot his baby mama.
Absolutely.
And I don't think he's going to do it. But again, if you say something like that, they have to show up, and they'll put her in protective custody right then. Meaning either the cops be waiting outside, and they'll just sit there.
Mm-hmm.
And then when she gets off work,
they could have stopped him. They could have stopped him.
Yes, this could have been avoided, and a life could have been saved by just her saying, he's coming up here to do this. Tell her, look, I'm leaving, and you're leaving, and we're getting out of here. Okay, and then I'm gonna tell because I'm pretty sure that he's not supposed to have a firearm. So if she said, hey, and they stop him from,
okay, what's the reason behind you believing he shouldn't have had a firearm?
How old was he?
He was like 20.
Oh, okay. I thought he was 18. I'm sorry.
No. I think he was like 20 at the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they were young. And he's gonna spend the rest of his life in prison. But so let's listen to this, and then we'll talk about it, and then we'll move on to the testimony that I'm going to play. Okay.
Since a murder in a Pensacola.
Oh, what's up, Trey? Trey has hit the panel, y'all. He probably ain't gonna say nothing to chat.
Home Depot shook the community. Keith Agee was sentenced to life in prison in December for the murder of Brooklyn Sims in August last year. His mother, Sheila Agee, also charged with first-degree murder. The Escambia County Sheriff's Office says she encouraged her son to commit the crime.
Today, Sheila Agee's attorney filed a motion to throw out what prosecutors say is a key piece of evidence against her. Tanner Stewart joins us in the studio with more details of today's hearing. Tanner?
Bob, Sheila Agee's attorney, Christopher Raby, filed 2 motions to dismiss evidence in this case. The first was body cam video of Sheila Agee at the Home Depot after the murder, as well as video WEAR aired of a balloon release for the victim shortly after the murder that shows Sheila Agee in attendance supporting the victim's family. The second motion is centered around 60-plus pages of text messages between Sheila Agee and her son Keith. Attorney Christopher Raby says
Melissa, what do you mean? So did the son and the son and the mom on full custody of the baby while she was living? I don't think so. I'm not for sure.
She lived in the house with the mother.
Yeah, she did.
Of helping, and the grandmother. They all lived in the same house. The grandmother, his mother, the baby, and Brooklyn all lived in the same house, and so did he live there. But I think he lived in a different place because he was working somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
His client, Sheila Agee, ignored her son's request to help locate Brooklyn Sims for hours before finally giving him the address to the Home Depot on Davis Highway. That's where Keith Agee killed Sims, inside the store, where Sheila Agee was also working. Sims was the mother of Agee's young child. Her attorney asked the judge to throw out a portion of the pair's text.
Melissa. Now, listen, like I told you yesterday, I know you be high. They're claiming he unalived her because she allegedly gave him an STD. We talked about this yesterday, Melissa.
What did you have for dinner last night, Melissa? Do you remember?
The whole thing is, STD. Allegedly, he said that she had given him a STD. That was the whole reasoning behind him wanting her unalive. She had taco salad, Detroit. She remember what she had for dinner. Oh, Lord.
Conversation, saying Sheila believed her son wasn't going to drive from Citronelle, Alabama to Pensacola that day to commit murder. Raby claimed the evidence could confuse the jury.
He said he's meeting you in Citro, which is Citronelle, Alabama, where his Sims resided. And then it goes into the unfortunate facts that we're trying to exclude. and don't shoot in the right car. Those are referring to potential future actions in Citronelle, Alabama. He later drove to Pensacola when the shooting occurred here. But because they are in Citronelle, they're not, or potentially in Citronelle, they're not relevant to prove or disprove any material fact in this case, which is why we're here, which is the shooting in Pensacola.
The state argues the text messages are the crux of their case.
The main judge, although it started in Citronelle, if you look at the next page at 11:28:02 a.m., the text message from Miss AG, she says, hell, if you're getting off work now, I'll give you the address here and you can ride over here and do it so you don't have to do it in front of Casey. And then the one after that, she says, we just in Pensacola. So granted, while these may be future actions, again, it goes for the state's theory of premeditation.
Judge Coleman Robinson says it's hard to misconstrue that Sheila Agee didn't incite an act of violence that day. The judge says while some of the messages may indicate Keith Agee was planning to murder Sims back home in Citronelle, it didn't end that way, and an alternate plan was clearly executed. The judge ruled the messages will be admitted at trial.
As far as confusing the jury or not, I don't know how they can be legitimately confused if the evidence is presented. It's not as if they're talking about an entirely separate act, they're talking about the same act, they simply moved the location from Citronelle to Pensacola, and that is clear from the context.
As we heard in court today, Judge Robinson, he says both parties are ready for trial. It will begin soon. Keith Agee could be called for a deposition. If so, he'll be transferred from state custody to a local jail in November. Sheila Agee's next court appearance is in 2 weeks. In the studio, I'm Tanner Stewart.
Okay, so that was it for that. It did not talk about the balloon. Well, the only thing I thought maybe it would show some footage of it, but it only talked about the fact that they wanted it thrown out, and they actually tried to get the text messages thrown out, which was a no cigar. So yeah, that was it on that. So now listen, what we're about to watch now is hold on a minute, let me see something.
More than a year.
Make sure I get it right, y'all. Surveillance video shows mother of killer son at the Home Depot. So this is one of them that I wanted to play the visual, so hopefully it'll play. And I'm going to try my best, y'all. I'm going to try my best. I'm going to put it up. Now this is part of what this is part of the trial, of course, and it was part of evidence that was entered. I don't know who's testifying about the surveillance, but yeah, they're gonna show the surveillance where he actually came into the Home Depot. All right, so let's see.
All right, today is July 29th, 2025. Here in the state of Florida versus
Oh, it's this guy. This is what I tried to show yesterday.
Present is
Let's see.
State Attorney, Assistant State Attorney Trey Myers, and Assistant State Attorney Bridget Jensen. The defendant is Sheila Agee and her attorney David Ackerman. The witness is Mr. Carl Jordan. Sir, if you'll raise your right hand. You swear to tell us the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Yes. Thank you.
State your full name for the record, please.
Carl Landon.
Is Carl the student spell your middle name?
L-A-Y-O, Home Depot.
How long have you been in Home Depot?
Just over 20 years.
What are your duties with Home Depot?
So I'm the district asset protection manager. I deal with everything from environmental stuff to theft, fraud, the type of things.
What about video streams?
Video scopes, yes.
Are you assigned to a specific location or region?
I'm assigned to a district. My district number is 133. I handle everything from Panama City to Mobile, Alabama.
Are you familiar with the Home Depot on Davis Highway and Broadway?
Yes.
How often do you actually work in that store?
I visit that store between 1 to 2 times a month.
And is the inventory?
Yes.
What was the name of that company?
WIS.
WIS or WIS Digital Home Depot?
Yeah. So it's an inventory accounting company. They come in, they basically count all the product in the building and give us an accurate count of what we're supposed to have from an inventory perspective.
Approximately how many WIS employees would be in Home Depot on any given day?
Depending on the size of the store, the amount of product that's in that building, the amount of sales and stuff, there's anywhere between 1622, 1624 associates. Sometimes maybe a little more, maybe a little less.
And what shift do they typically work?
They're a morning crew, so they normally start counting right around 5 o'clock, 5:50.
Do they normally take lunch at some point during their shift?
Yes.
Do you know if some of the employees with WIS carpool together?
Yeah, I'm not super sure about personal cars, like if they carpool together in a personal vehicle, but I do know a lot of times they travel as a group in a van or such.
Do you know this defendant seated over here to my left in red?
I do.
And who is that?
That brings Sheila.
And how do you know Sheila, this one?
Sheila worked for WIS as a supervisor.
And did it happen after that comes back in 2023?
Yes.
Can you explain for us how that video surveillance works? In other words, does it record? Are you able to download it?
Yeah, so the video does record, it records 24 hours a day. It has a retention and somewhere around the 5-6 month mark. All the video, you can take different clips, different angles of the video, compile it together. You can burn it to a CD, flash drive, thumb drive.
2023.
Yes.
What was the first thing that made you realize something was amiss?
Oh, wow. Let me try something. Yes.
But then you could start hearing like yelling, like kind of, I want to say almost like screams, coming from out on the floor. At that point, I got up from the break room. There was actually an associate that ran by and came, and there were people that were running through. An associate came through. It's like there's a guy with a gun. And he said, I think first I was like, what? And then he's like, there's an active shooter.
Let me see. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna have dropped.
So normally, whoever identifies him on the tape has to testify on how they distinguished him being on the tape. So him being on the tape has to be clarified, saying, yes, this is the subject that we were looking for. He enters the store at so and so. Because you can't just play the tape and let the jury go, oh, that's him right there. You have to have the person that identified him clarify who he's speaking on and clearly identify the subject in the tape so that the jury knows that, okay, that's him. This guy identifies him. And he points out all the times that he's spotted. So that they usually go through. It's kind of boring until they show the video, but now he's explaining how he identified him, who he was, and the identifying marks that he used to identify him on the tape.
All right, let me see.
The scene itself, how would you describe
It was chaos. Absolutely chaos.
Did law enforcement arrive relatively quickly, or how long did you watch it?
Yes, they did. Given the situation, they was fairly quickly. I mean, sometimes in a situation, time moves a little bit differently in your head. But I do know that they were there.
An officer request video surveillance.
Yes.
Were you able to download different angles of the store relevant to this incident?
Yes.
Aisles 52 and 53, is that the lighting area?
In that particular store.
Okay. Are the actual aisles covered by video?
There are certain aisles covered, those are not.
Hold on. I don't think I'm gonna play the audio. And then, oh yeah.
He's kind of nervous. He's kind of nervous, ain't he?
He seemed like he is. I don't know why though.
You see that hand going up and down in a jerking motion?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I can see that on this little ass screen you got up here.
You know what? Don't do that. What we won't do. All right, I'm gonna go back like a minute, and so y'all can hear what he's actually saying. I'm gonna play the audio, y'all. Listen.
I do know that they were there quite quickly.
Once law enforcement arrives and things calm down, did an investigator or law enforcement officer request video surveillance?
Yes,
Were you able to download different angles at the store relevant to this incident?
yes,
Files 52 and 53, is that the light area?
in that particular story.
Okay. Are the actual aisles covered by video?
There are certain aisles covered, those are not covered.
Have you reviewed the downloaded video that you provided to law enforcement before your testimony today?
Yes.
You'll take a look at State Exhibit 87 and just see if you recognize it.
I do.
Are your initials on that exhibit?
They are.
And is that a fair and accurate compilation of the different angles of the video surveillance from Home Depot on Davis Highway, August 11th, 2023?
It is.
At this time, I'm going to move States 87 into evidence.
Let me take you quick. Oh, that's okay.
Mr. Jordan,
Thank God for the lights. I appreciate it.
Video compilation. Who is the female that the cameras are focused on and following?
Sheila.
And there's a tablet or some kind of gadget that she's holding as she goes to the store. What is that, if you know?
Those tablets are actually used by their team to count, verify, things like that. We actually use them for verifications. The sole purpose is for inventory counting. It's just one piece of equipment they use.
You also should have in front of you States Exhibit 36. Do you recognize that?
36.
36. And is that just a still shot from the video of a black male entering the store?
Yes, ma'am.
And you should also have States Exhibit 47.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And is that a still shot from the video of a black female risk employee?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. And then you also should have States 48 in front of you.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that also a still shot from the video?
Yes, ma'am.
Since you recognize the individual in States 48?
I do.
Who is it?
That's she.
Okay. So this time I'm going to move States 36, 47, and 48 into evidence.
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. No objection.
Thank you. Those are all my questions.
You mentioned that there were no cameras on 52, 53. Correct. Is there any way that she will know where cameras were? Yes, sir. Thank you.
Very good. That's for today's purposes, the state would move into States 36, 47, and 48. 47 was previously identified by Tiana Thomas as the deceased Brooklyn Sims, and also 87, which is the video surveillance.
Will be so admitted. There was no objection previously by counsel.
And Commissioner Publish.
Granted.
For the record, this is States 36. This is States 47. This is States 48. And we will put the video in States 87.
They're setting up the let me see if I can play that. They're setting up the video, y'all. And I think yesterday y'all told me y'all couldn't see the damn video. I remember that.
It's the angle because see, I don't know why see the screen back there on the far left hand corner. You can see the bottom of the screen. The camera isn't showing. I don't know if they actually show him committing the crime on it, and they didn't want to show it on the TV, on court TV, because normally it would be on the screen and you wouldn't be looking at it through a screen. They would just show it on the screen.
Let me see if I minimize this if y'all can see it. Let's see. How about? Let me see.
But that would be the angle for the camera to catch it. But for some reason, all you see is the bottom of the screen. But I believe I sent you, if you want to watch the CCTV video, I can find it on the news clips.
Can you send it to me like?
Yeah, I'm looking for it right now.
All right, and then I can skip this one because it's not showing. It's not showing anything. Like y'all can't see it. Like I can see it. I can see it on this YouTube. On this. Maybe y'all can't see it because I'm on the streaming app. I think that's what it is. So I'll skip that one, and then we'll go to the next one, and then I just show them when you send that to me. All right. So let me see something. Let's see. So the next clip, y'all, is text food. This is the text messages. They talk about the text. Now I know I read the text messages on the I read the text messages on the live we did yesterday, but this is actual testimony of the text messages, and this one is kind of long. I'm gonna try to get through all these clips today, but if not, I'll probably do another live tomorrow and just end it tomorrow. But thank you, D Truth. I'm assuming that's you. I haven't looked at my phone yet, but this is the text messages. This guy is testifying to the text messages. Let me pull it up. I'm gonna play the audio, but in the meantime, while I'm playing the audio, I'm gonna pull up the visual.
So if you start at 49 seconds of the video, it's actually in a news article. But if it just hit it so it expands out. If you start at the 49 second, it shows the mother pacing up in front of the store, looking out the store.
Wow. Okay. I'm gonna try to get that together while I play this next clip. This is the guy that's testifying as far as the text messages, the truth. And I'm pull it up. I'm gonna pull up the visual, but I'm about to play the audio right now. He's coming to the stand.
You swear from the testimony you're about to give the truth, full truth, nothing but the truth.
I do that.
Mr. Martinez, go ahead and have a seat if you would. Make sure you speak into the microphone for us and state your full name, spell your last name. Go to state your name.
Lionel Martinez, Martinez.
And will you spell your first name for us too?
Lionil.
And where are you employed?
I'm employed with the Escambia County Sheriff's Office.
How long have you been with the Escambia County Sheriff's Office?
I've been there 11 years.
And what about prior to that?
I was employed in the state of Georgia as a law enforcement officer for 17 years.
What do you do for the Sheriff's Office?
I am an investigator in major crimes.
Were you assigned to investigate a shooting at Home Depot on Davis Highway?
Yes.
And did you actually respond to the store on August 11th, 2023?
Yes, ma'am.
When you first got there, where did you go?
I went into the store for the entrance and I went to aisle 52.
And when you went to aisle 52, what did you see?
Laying face down in the aisle was a black female. She had dark black pants and a dark colored shirt, which is navy. And I saw some
Can y'all hear
gunshot
that?
wounds or defects in her arm, her side, and then
Yes,
since she
it's
was on
good.
the face down, and the blood was
Thank
flowing
you.
around her.
While you were at the Home Depot store, did you request video surveillance from Carl Jordan?
Yes.
And was he actually able to provide you with the video surveillance on that day?
Yes, ma'am.
Within a short amount of time that afternoon, was a suspect taken into custody?
Yes.
And who was that?
Keith Agee.
Were you advised that a firearm was located as well?
Yes.
And what about a vehicle?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, where was the vehicle located?
The vehicle was located at Select Specialty Care.
So the Home Depot, the location where the firearm was found, the location where the car was found, and then where Mr. Agee was taken into custody. Are you familiar with all of those areas?
Yes, ma'am.
And are they all within close proximity to the Home Depot on Davis Highway?
Yes, ma'am, they are.
You should have in front of you State's Exhibit 88. You will just take a look at that and see if you recognize it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and are there different areas that are highlighted on that exhibit?
Yes, ma'am, they are.
Is it a fair and accurate map of the various areas of interest pertaining to this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, at this time I move State's 88 into evidence. Will be so admitted. And permission to publish?
Granted.
You should have it if that screen is able for you. So can you just give the jurors an idea of what the different pinpoints are, starting with the Home Depot?
So the Home Depot is located right next to I-110.
And if I'm highlighting the screen area right here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And then just north of that Home Depot is the Bobby Likas Auto Care, where the firearm was recovered in the roadway.
Okay.
So the intersection, if you make a right-hand turn, that is going to take you down to the Select Specialty Care, where the vehicle is located in the parking lot.
Okay.
And then south of that location is the AMC IMAX Theater, where the suspect was taken into custody.
In between where the car was located and where Mr. Agee was taken into custody, is there water in there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, where's that?
It is located in Cycle Specialty between if you are going south, there's a little wooded area like a ravine retention pond.
Now, on the same day, August 11th, 2023, did you make contact with Keith Agee?
Yes, ma'am.
Where was that?
At the sheriff's office.
And you should have in front of you State's Exhibit number 90. State's Exhibit 90 is in front of them. Do you recognize that exhibit?
Yes, ma'am.
And is that just a screenshot or a still shot of Mr. Agee at the sheriff's office?
Yes, ma'am.
And does it depict how Keith Agee looked at the time you made contact with him at the sheriff's office?
Yes, ma'am, it does.
Judge, at this time I'd move State's 90 into evidence.
Will be so admitted.
And permission to publish? For the record, that's State's Exhibit 90. Now, there was some testimony earlier that perhaps Mr. Agee's pants were wet. Was that from the creek or the water, or he hadn't urinated himself, is my point?
No, ma'am, he had not urinated himself.
Okay. Now, while you spoke with Mr. Agee, was he cooperative with you?
Yes, ma'am, he was.
Did he give you his cell phone number?
Yes, ma'am.
Did he also give you the password to it?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you seize his cell phone when he was taken into custody on August 11th?
Yes, ma'am, it was.
Did you have the contents of his cell phone downloaded?
Yes, ma'am.
And was that by Eric Haynes?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, once the information is downloaded, what do you do with it?
We analyze the information. We look through call logs, text messages.
And what were you looking for specifically in Keith Agee's phone?
Through the text messages.
And while you were looking through those text messages, what did you find, if anything?
A communication between Keith Agee and his mom, Sheila.
And after you had a chance to review those messages between Keith Agee and his mother, Sheila Agee, did you later make contact with Sheila?
Yes, ma'am.
When was that?
On the 14th.
Of?
Was it August?
So this was a few days after the shooting?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And where did you actually make contact with Miss Agee?
In McIntosh, Alabama.
All right. And where did you specifically meet her?
At her house.
Okay. Did you drive there?
Yes, ma'am. Me and another investigator.
How long did it take you to get there from Pensacola?
About an hour and a half.
At that time, did you know where Keith Agee was working?
Yes, ma'am.
Where was that?
It was at a steel plant.
Okay. And do you know how close or how far that was from where he lived?
Within minutes.
Okay. And where was he living at the time?
With his grandmother, Thelma.
When you made contact with Miss Agee on August 14th, 2023, was she arrested for principal to murder?
Yes, ma'am.
Did Miss Agee have a cell phone on her at the time she was arrested?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you seize that cell phone?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you have her cell phone downloaded like you did Keith's?
Yes, ma'am.
Was there anything significant about the download on her phone, that conversation between her and Keith?
The text messages were deleted.
Were they able to be recovered though through that Cellbrite process?
Yes, ma'am.
You should have in front of you State's Exhibit 34. That's already been admitted into evidence. Do you recognize that exhibit?
Yes, ma'am.
Are those the text messages downloaded from Keith Agee's cell phone?
Yes, ma'am.
And are those to and from Keith AG and his mother Sheila AG on August 11th, 2023?
Yes, ma'am, they are.
On August 11th, what time do the text messages start?
10:36 a.m.
Okay, and if you'll flip to the last page, when is the last text message between the two of them?
At 12:42 p.m.
Okay, and do you know what time 911 was called to the Home Depot?
No, ma'am, I don't.
Okay. Judge, at this time, I am going to ask to publish State's Exhibit 34. You may. So, Investigator Martinez, what we need you to do is read them from how it's going from Keith's cell phone to Sheila's cell phone. If you can kind of try to keep that straight so the jurors know who is texting what. And if you, we're looking at State's Exhibit 34 right now. Leave it on. So who are the blue text messages?
The blue text messages is Keith AG.
Okay, and the other color is going to be what?
Gray.
And who is that?
Sheila AG.
Okay, and if you will just do your best to read these into the record, starting with the first text message at 10:37 a.m.
10:37 a.m. She gave me gonorrhea. And if you think I'm lying, I'll call them back and we can three-way them. But I don't even care no more. She low down ASF. Anyway, can you pick up Casey for me tomorrow though?
Okay, let me stop you real quick. Do you know who Casey is?
Yes, ma'am.
Who's that?
It's the common child between Keith AG and Brooklyn Sim.
Okay. Next text message is, text message is Gray. So who is this?
Sheila AG.
Okay.
No, I don't believe you lying. If that's what you say, I don't have no reason to think you lying. Yes, I'll get her tomorrow. I'm still in Florida right now. Okay. She still work out of town with you? Yes. Okay. Y'all come back this evening? Yep. Okay, I'll be waiting on y'all in Citro.
I don't know why they went mute. It went mute. I don't know why. And he's reading, so I don't know why it went mute, y'all. It went mute on that end. And they're showing it. I read these text messages on yesterday if y'all want to go back and watch. I think I'm going to skip through him reading them just because I've already read them and then listen to what he says about the text messages.
Oh, I sent you a short clip of the balloon release.
I see it. Thank you. Like I say, if y'all want to go back and read the text, and I'm going to put them in a short. I know it's a lot of things about this case. I'm going to put it in a short and put on the video. So if y'all want to stay tuned for that, I'm going to put the text messages. I'm going to put the balloon release. I'm going to put the video
Sheila,
of her.
I have to give her a ride.
Hold on. I'm going to put the sound came back. I'm going to put a short of her in the store right before he comes. I'm going to do some shorts for all of those. Just give me, they'll be up by tomorrow. For those who didn't listen to me read the text messages on yesterday. All right, so let's listen to his testimony. Hold on. Let me see. That's timestamp 36.
You should also have in front of you a shorter text message packet, State's Exhibit 43A through D. Those have already been moved into evidence. Do you recognize those exhibits?
Yes, ma'am.
And again, if you will read these into the record.
I don't know why it's so
these
low.
have been
I hope y'all
identified
can
as text messages between Brooklyn and Sheila AG.
So this is something that I didn't have, D2. He's about to read a text message. And let me put it up for y'all. A text message between Sheila and Brooklyn. And her head is in the way, so you're probably not going to be able to see it, but that's it.
Start on 43A and just read that into the record and who it's from.
Okay. Hey, this Brooklyn. Is it any way I can see what my badge number is? Question mark. This is my new number, Brooklyn. And it's
All right, so what is this that the jurors are looking at right now on page 43C?
This is a photo that was sent from Brooklyn.
Okay, and if you click on it, it will enlarge, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and then we'll see that on the last page, but what is the date and time that was sent to Sheila's cell phone?
August the 5th at 2:57.
Okay, and then what is the next text message?
The next text message from Brooklyn, that's what mine say.
All right, and the next message?
Brooklyn. So if he got something, it's not from me.
Okay, and then last text message, is that her result from her exam?
Yes, ma'am.
So true.
Yeah.
Brooklyn sent his mama photo evidence where she had gone to the doctor that stated that she did not have gonorrhea.
I'm confused because he finds out. So when did she have time to go to the doctor? Because it seemed like he did it the same day.
That's how it seems, yeah. It seems like
I don't think it is.
It's not. It's not because let me tell you something, between him allegedly finding out that he had something and him unaliving her, that woman had gone to the doctor.
Yes,
and
so the mother
and sent proof to the mother that she did not have gonorrhea.
So the mother had to say something to her to make her go to the doctor, or maybe she had went to the doctor for a different reason. I don't know. I'm just saying I'm confused now because it seemed like the health clinic.
Remember yesterday when I told you that it seemed weird to me that he would find out that he had gonorrhea, and instead of calling Brooklyn, he would call his mom, and he would just, after finding out, not wanting to have a conversation with Brooklyn and not trying to talk to Brooklyn, but he would immediately think to go to her job and unalive her. Remember how I told you that was weird? So that's not how it happened.
No, it seems like there's days between him finding out he has it, and because she didn't go to the doctor on her lunch break.
She was at work, be true.
That's what I'm saying. If
you follow how we've been seeing it, you would think that he had gotten a call that day.
Yes.
That he had it, and that he tested. This is how it seemed at first. He got a call that day that he had it. Well, he found out that day that he had it. He texted mom, said I got gonorrhea, and then told the mom he was gonna kill her. But that's not how it happened.
No, not at all. Because it seems like there was days between her finding out that he had gonorrhea and she had enough time to go to the doctor to check herself out. So that's strange. But again, she probably went there to make sure she didn't have it because he had it.
But the thing about it is, I don't understand why that whole exchange took place between her and him, and her not mentioning the fact that the woman didn't have it, because she sent proof. Brooklyn sent proof to the mother's phone that she did not have it. So my thing is, in those text messages between her and her son on that day, why was it not mentioned? Look, hey, what are you talking about? She sent me proof that she don't have it. I didn't see anything like that.
No, I don't see him. I don't see her trying to tell her she don't have it. She sent me the test. Nothing to diffuse the situation.
Right.
Nothing. Well, maybe in the back of her mind, say, well, they'll both be gone. I can get this baby.
No, in the back of her mind, she wanted him to do this.
I think so.
For some odd reason, she wanted him to do it. Because, like I said, just like we just discussed, why she wouldn't try to stop him or alert someone that he was coming to do something, or even alert someone that he was coming, whether he was going to really unalive her or not. Why didn't she do everything in her power in that moment to try to stop what happened? because for some reason this woman wanted that young lady dead.
And why would you tell him if he doesn't do it? He's a
Uh-oh.
bitch.
Somebody was backstage. Hold on. Was somebody backstage?
It says there's 4 people back there.
Oh, that's you. That's you in the back chat. Well, no, it's not. It's me, then you. Trey back there. You know, he ain't doing shit. And then it's me again, and then it's me again. I don't know why.
We working, boss.
I don't know why, but anywho, yeah, so
Yeah,
it's like he wanted this to happen, D2, for some reason.
Well, the fact that you told him he had to do it. You said he had to do it. That was your exact words. If you don't do it, you a little bitch.
Mm-hmm.
To me, you're telling me if you better do it. You better not be lying. You better do it.
Mm-hmm.
That's enough. And it seems like he a mama boy, right?
Mm-hmm. It seems like she's been manipulating him all his life. Those text messages are nothing but manipulation because listen, it's saying if you don't come and do it, you're a little bitch. But then on the other hand, you would think that she, in her own little narcissistic way, she's telling him he don't do it. See, she's manipulating him, and she's probably been doing it all his life.
Well, somebody else is gonna be making him their bitch.
Yeah, he gonna be a bitch. All right, let's listen. It's only it's about 9 more minutes.
When you were going through the different cell phone downloads on this case, were there any calls or messages between Keith Agee and Brooklyn Sims on August 11th, 2023?
No, ma'am.
Were there any calls between Sheila Agee and Brooklyn Sims on August 11th, 2023?
Just 2, and they were very early in the morning.
So there were no calls between him and Brooklyn on that day. There was no calls between Keith and Brooklyn on that day of August the 11th. But there were messages or calls between Brooklyn and Sheila. Let's listen.
Those are my questions. Thank you, sir.
He said they had some correspondence early in the morning, which is when she sent that proof.
No, sir, they weren't.
I can't hear Munchkin. I can't even hear him. Oh, he only asked one question. I don't even know what it was. Oh, here he comes.
All those texts we just saw were between Sheila and Keith on August the 11th.
Yes, sir.
2023.
Yes, sir.
And they took place over about a 2-hour period. Correct?
Yes, sir.
You said that you looked those over, and I think you said something about you had them downloaded?
No, sir. They were downloaded by Lieutenant Hayes.
Okay. And then when he downloaded all that, does he send it to you or to the state attorney's office?
Send it to me, sir.
Okay. So what do you do then?
The program is called Celebrate.
Yes, sir.
Lieutenant Hayes downloads the information onto a flash drive. The flash drive is then plugged in. Celebrate opens up. It's a program. Then you start looking at call logs, text messages. You download everything on the phone, photos.
I'm very ignorant about computers. Okay. So I'm picturing you sitting in front of a screen, and you're down.
You're 500 years old.
It's not a company, it's a program. It's a computer program, yes, sir.
Okay, so you're watching it. You watch it on the 11th, correct?
Yes, sir.
You watch it for the 10th. What about the 10th?
I just watched the 11th, sir.
Where did we come up with the 5th?
Text message between Brooklyn and...
Yeah, how did you find that?
On Brooklyn's download.
Okay. So did you go back thinking maybe I should go to Keith or Sheila's download to see what was said during that period of time?
No, sir.
Okay. And look, did you not think when you were going over these texts that, judging by what you were reading, that there was something that took place before that might be relevant, interesting?
Yes, sir.
And did you look at it?
Yes, sir.
Well, that's what I'm asking. So you did have a chance to look at the text before the 11th, the 10th, the 9th, the 8th, the 7th. Is that a yes or no?
No. If I can clarify for you.
Please.
So we have 3 cell phones. We have Sheila Agee's, Keith Agee's, and Brooklyn Sims.
So what I did not see on Sheila's, I looked to see if there was text messages between Brooklyn and Keith, and there weren't. So then I looked to see if there were any messages on Keith's phone, between Keith and Brooklyn. There were none. Then I looked to see if there was messages between Keith and Sheila, and that's what I found on the 11th.
I don't understand that. You didn't find anything. If you're looking, I thought you started with the 11th, and then you're looking for more. I didn't quite understand your answer. Did you look at the 10th?
No, sir.
You're investigating a serious case, and you have all these texts from the 11th. We know that there's mention now on the 5th about this gonorrhea thing is the 11th, but now there's a sexually transmitted disease report on the 5th, and you don't look between the 5th and the 11th, or even before the 5th, to see what was said?
Yes, sir.
True. She sent her that proof on the 5th.
Yeah, maybe that's when he said that something's wrong. Maybe he told his mother something's wrong. I'm going to the doctor. I think she gave me something.
That was on the 5th. Listen.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but
the point I'm making.
Okay, go ahead.
The point I'm making is what we just discussed. She sent that woman proof that she didn't have it on the 5th. And this happened, the crime happened on the 11th. So she did have time to go to the doctor. Well, no. I'm confused about what the text message said on the 5th.
So say she goes to the doctor, she shows her the test on the 5th, but nothing happens till the 11th. That's 6 days.
That's what I'm saying. I don't understand.
Because I don't know how long it takes the health department to call you back if you go in there to get your tallywhacker swabbed. I don't know what the turnaround is, 1 day, 2 days, or whatever. So those 6 days, I mean, the defense attorney is correct to say, why didn't you check these other days? Maybe there was a confrontation that between so and so and so and so. But the guy on the stand said there was no text between these people except those days.
I gotta go back. Can you do me a favor?
What's that?
Can you go back on this? Well, you don't have this video. I want to go back and see what that message said on the field, but damn it. Hold on.
The law. You want me to go to law and crime?
Yeah, hold on a minute. Hold on.
Blowing you up. We working. Well, the whole that throws. See, this is the timeline is completely off. You know, so she gets tested on the 5th, or she shows her a test on the 5th, and now all of a sudden he finds out on the 11th that he has it. But, you know, and maybe that's what made him go get tested. Or he says something's going on. I mean, maybe he's talking to his mother like something's going on down there. I don't know. I'm feeling kind of weird. I think she gave me something. Most likely he's had this before and he knows the feeling. So he's going to blame her. And maybe he said something to the mother prior to that. But that's 2 weeks. That would be like almost 2 weeks that he's not going to the doctor. Because if she tells her on the 5th, here's my doctor, I don't have anything. So that means she would have had to say something to her prior to the 5th, at least the 4th, because I don't think she went on the 5th and got tested and it came back that quick. But it may have. Maybe she did say something on it. But again, where's the text message between the mother and Brooklyn saying that Keith thinks you gave him something? Where's that text message? That's an important text message. When did the mother tell Brooklyn that she had maybe have given him something? All the these are things, but again, the defense attorney's not asking the right questions. Like, where's the text message informing Brooklyn that she may have possibly given her son an STD? That would be important to know. Because it seems like all of a sudden he just out of the blue goes and gets tested. Maybe he feels something's wrong. Well, I'm burning when I pee, Mama. I'm going to go to the doctor. Where's that text message? Or maybe it's a discussion. See, what we're not thinking about is maybe it's a verbal discussion between the mother and Brooklyn. I mean, they ride in the same car together. Maybe it was a verbal discussion that the mother had with Brooklyn that Keith thinks that you may have gave him something. And then she goes to the doctor, gets tested, and then sends the proof. I mean, a lot of that, would have been a question I would have asked, even as a prosecutor. When did you tell Brooklyn that she may have given your son something? But again, all that's irrelevant. The text messages are pretty much straight. You told him if he doesn't do it, he's a little bitch. You told him, you repeatedly said to him, don't shoot me. Because the first plan was he was going to get her when she gets out of the car. Because there's a whole conversation in those text messages about if she doesn't get out of the car, I'm going to have to get her in the car, Mama. No, don't shoot my car up. Don't shoot me. Don't shoot me. That's a whole conversation that she has with her son. Not don't do it. Don't shoot anybody. It's don't shoot me. More concerned about her safety than Brooklyn's. So, where's the sorrow? Where is the I don't want this to happen to her. She's the mother. Where's all that? You don't see any of that in the text message. The only concern she has is don't shoot me. Don't shoot my car up.
That's what I was just about to say, D. True. Yeah. That's what I was just about to say. Yeah. She was, and thank you too for holding it down while I took that phone call. That was my doctor's office. So listen, that's what I was about to say. She was more concerned about him not her catching a straight bullet or him shooting the car up, because apparently they rode to work together, right? Yeah. So she's like, don't shoot my car up.
Yeah, that was the initial plan, that he was going to get her when she got out of the car, or when she was getting in the car, or whatever the case may be. She was more worried about her car and herself than she was for Brooklyn.
Yeah, absolutely.
There wasn't a fact like, well, don't shoot her at all. No, none of that comes up other than don't shoot me. And if you notice, I think she was hiding in Home Depot. I think
I got to look at that video, and then I'm gonna definitely put it up in the short. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure if Brooklyn was on aisle 11, her ass was on aisle 87, far away. Now you see.
Sorry, I'll be right back there.
All right, go ahead. So, Home Depot and these big companies hire people to come in and tell their employees how to react in an active shooter. And I used to do that because I'm actually a gun safety and a gun trainer. So we used to go in there and tell them what to do. And the first thing they always said, and it's actually a video that these big box stores use, it's run, hide, fight. That's the three things that they tell you to do. Run, hide, fight. So the first one is run. Run to the nearest exit and get out. Don't worry about anyone else. get yourself out of the store if it's an active shooter. Hide. If you have no chance of getting out to an exit safely, hide. Find a spot, barricade yourself in a room, find an area where you can't be visibly seen, anything. Then the last one is if you have no other option is to fight. Look for something you can use to defend yourself in an active shooter. So all these people, the people that testified that they were in there and stuff, they're all running. So my thing is, you knew what was going to happen. You should have been close to her so you could talk him out of it. So when he does show up, you could say, don't do this, son. I know you're angry. And she knew that she didn't have anything. That's the thing. You knew she didn't have anything. She showed you that she didn't have anything. You could have easily talked him out of it. But not one time in them text messages did she say, son, she doesn't have anything. I saw the test results, which is confusing me because it wasn't until days later, he had already been found guilty, that the prosecutor released the medical evidence that she did not have an STD, that she didn't have gonorrhea. That was a couple days after the verdict was already put in and he was guilty. But according to the text message between Brooklyn and her, she already knew she didn't have anything. So instead of going to protect her, she ran the other way and hid far away. That right there to me is like, you could have stopped this in 100 different ways and you chose not to. You thought about it. You had time to do something about it, and you did nothing. Nothing. And you deserve every day they give you in jail for that.
You know what I'm curious about? Hey, Natasha.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm curious about? What type of relationship her and Brooklyn had before all of this? Like, what type of relationship did they have?
Well, according to, I think Brooklyn lived with them.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like,
so how could you not have a good relationship with someone that's living in your house?
You would be surprised, the truth. You would be totally surprised.
I can't live under conditions like that. If there's any kind of tension, I remove myself.
Absolutely, but that's not how we done seen cases where, like, this woman clearly had an issue with Brooklyn. Like, she clearly wanted this young lady gone, and it could have something to do with the baby. I don't know, because she didn't try at all to prevent this.
Yeah,
not at all.
Like I said, she was on the other side of the store hiding. Like,
Right.
I think you might have missed it. I said you could have went and stayed next to her and talked your son out of it.
Absolutely.
I don't think your son would shoot you because it seems like he loves you enough to lie for you and everything in court, because he said my mother had nothing to do with it. That's a lie. Your mother had nothing to do with it. She told you where she was, but you could have stayed close to her and talked him out of it. Mm-hmm. When he got in the aisle to do it, you could have said, "Don't do this. Please give me the weapon and just leave." And nobody has to know anything.
She could have had an issue with their relationship. There's no telling, because this woman, apparently she got issues. She could have had a whole issue with their relationship. She could have. It's weird. But yeah, I wanted to go back. Truth, the mother was white, right? Her son was mixed. Well, the grandmother looked white. The mama don't look all the way white. And the boy don't look all the way white.
Yeah, the mother looks like she's mixed. Like maybe
the mother's mother, the grandmother, she white.
Yeah.
The mother, she look like she's mixed, and then the son look like he's mixed. That woman, that Sheila, She don't look like she's like totally all Caucasian. She looks like she's mixed with something too as well. But yeah. All right, so let's listen to the rest of this so we can go to the next clip.
You're correct.
Couple of quick questions. These texts that we just saw on the 11th. I'm correct in that there was no indication ever that Sheila told Keith where in the store they were supposed to meet.
Correct.
And you've seen the video, right? You looked at the video from the stores?
Yes, sir.
You did all that?
Yes, sir.
Police detective work, but didn't look at the tent. And you looked at the videos, and there's that period of time that Sheila is walking down and around that aisle, back and forth, back and forth. And that was about the time when Keith was supposed to be getting there. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. So we know she's there. We all agree. We're looking for Keith. Correct?
Correct.
Okay. Were you aware that Sheila had called her mother in the middle of all this? Sheila had called Thelma in the middle of this time period, between 11:30 and 1:21. Were you aware of that, yes or no?
I'm trying to recall the call log on Sheila's phone. So without having the log, sir, I can't be definite in my answer.
In your investigation, did you ever ask Thelma, did you ever speak to Thelma?
Yes, sir, I did speak to Thelma.
Did you ask her whether she'd ever spoken to Sheila during the course of this?
No, sir.
You didn't ask?
No.
Surprised you to say that they did speak, and they did speak about Keith?
The same.
So I understand. You're telling the jury, as of right now, well, let me stop it and ask another question. What does it take, well, when you get this information from the server, who was that you said you got the information from?
Right.
Okay. When you get that information and it's there in front of you and it goes the 11th, and that's where it stops, but it had a lot before that, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How long would it take you? But how long did it take you to press a button or whatever you do to pull up those texts from the 11th?
You input the number. In this case, it's Keith AG or Sheila or Brooklyn's number in the search bar.
Yeah.
And it'll pull up the messages associated with that number. And on that day, I did just the 11th.
Okay. And that day when you did just the 11th, how long did it take you?
Probably a minute.
So if you went home tonight or this afternoon and you wanted to pull up the 10th, the 9th, the 8th, the 7th, the 6th, it would take a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes just to pop that out, depending on how much was on there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And if let's say that it's from the 3rd or 4th of August to the 10th of August, for argument discussion purposes, is about the same length as the August 11th tape. It should take about a minute, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you have time to do that this afternoon or this evening? Tomorrow morning?
Oh, wow.
Yes, sir.
Because I have a whole bunch of questions to ask you.
About what?
A whole bunch of questions to ask you about that.
Shut
But I'm not going to ask you today.
I'm not asking how to approach.
Yeah, that's weird. That's weird. Like, why would you? You hear this, the truth. What you gonna do with him?
Look, the mayor of Munchkinland is,
you know what,
is trying to basically muddy the waters. Now he's trying to say that maybe there's text messages in there of her warning her mother that he's going to do this, that she needs to talk him out of it. Blah blah blah. You're his mother. You didn't try to talk him out of it.
So basically, he's stressing that that this guy went back to the 5th to one particular message, but he didn't put into evidence the 5th, the 6th, the 7th, the 8th, the 9th, the 10th. He jumped to the 11th. Well, Maybe those other text messages wasn't relevant. So basically, he's grasping for straws right now.
Yeah, he's trying to say. I guess well. Again, the mayor of Munchkinland is maybe trying to portray her as trying to stop this by
Yeah.
getting other people
Like
involved.
maybe, just maybe, in some of those messages, she tried to encourage her son not to do it. But
Yes.
so that would mean that he would have premeditated it even further back than the day of.
Well, yeah.
You idiot.
Yeah, this is there. He's saying that there's text messages for almost up to 2 weeks.
And that's what I'm saying, Sonya. If he was to go back to the 5th on up before that day, and that boy talked about unaliving her, he ain't doing nothing but hurting the mama. Because for one, that means you had more time to stop this, to try to get help, to try to talk him out of it, and he definitely premeditated the damn murder. Like, what are we doing here? What is wrong with this old man?
I get, but maybe he's trying to get a lesser sentence by saying, "See, right there, they skipped all that. Look what's going on here. It's a conspiracy. They don't want to show you the text messages where she's trying to talk her son out of it. They just want to show you the ones that she's telling him to do it. That's what's going on here. This is a conspiracy, and they're trying to."
Okay, here you go. Because what you always bring it down to, he's trying to create reasonable doubt.
Yes.
He knows that judge is not going to go back and have them other messages entered into evidence.
No, because again, you can only enter pertinent messages.
Come on now. He's trying to make the jury think that there are messages out there where the mom tried to discourage him. Get the hell out of here.
That's why he mentioned between the time frame that she talked to her mother. That she called her mother. Well, guess what? How you gonna? So what? You show a phone call between her mother and her. Her mother is the one keeping the baby. She could be just checking up on the baby. That's it. But in her text messages, she tells her son not to say anything to the grandmother.
And then listen, ma'am, if you're innocent, ma'am, if there's no wrongdoing on your part, ma'am, why do you delete the messages?
And why do you tell him to delete the messages? You told him to delete the messages.
Absolutely.
But again, you specifically told him not to mention this to his grandmother.
Because she going to try to stop you.
Exactly. She will talk. And in that message, she says she will
She
try to
said
talk.
it. She
will
would
try to
talk you out of it.
Yes. So any message between her and her mother don't mean anything because you told him not to talk to her because she'll talk you out of it.
That's right.
And you already said if he don't do it, he a little bitch.
Sure did.
The mayor of Munchkinland is just pulling for
Yeah, I wish he would call
straws out, just
out of his ass at this point. It's ridiculous.
Looking for needles in the haystack. That's all he's doing.
Right. Okay, here we go. Y'all, this got less than a minute left. In fact, they're approaching. It went mute. It's not gonna play anything else because the judge done called him up there probably to cuss his ass out. All right, so the next clip is the medical examiner, y'all. It's 20 minutes long. I do want to listen to this. It's the medical examiner testifying, okay? Let's listen to it.
You swear from the testimony you're about to give us the truth, full truth, nothing but the truth. I do.
Thank y'all for the likes. I appreciate it. I do.
Speak into the microphone, so state your name and spell your last name for the full recorder.
Sure. Deanna, D-E-A, and then A, Oleski, O-L-E-S, as in Sam, K-E.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
What is your occupation?
I am the Chief Medical Examiner for District 1, which encompasses the foremost western counties of the Florida Panhandle.
What are your duties as the Chief Medical Examiner?
In addition to performing administrative work, which is the chief part, my regular job is performing autopsies, coming and determining cause and manner of death, and performing and giving expert testimony such as here today.
How long have you been with District 1?
Since November of 2020.
And where were you before that?
St. Augustine, District 23.
And can you tell the jurors your education and training to become a Chief Medical Examiner?
Sure. I did 13 years of school and training after I graduated high school. I got a 4-year bachelor's degree at Indiana University. Following that, I matriculated into medical school at Wayne State University in Detroit, Michigan, where I completed my medical doctorate. Following the completion of my MD, I did training, which is per usual, after you get your MD, and I did residency at the University of Texas Health Science Center in Houston in anatomic pathology, which is hospital-based pathology, the study of tissue and diseases. And then following that 4 years, I did a 1-year super subspecialty training in forensic pathology at the Harris County Institute of Forensic Sciences.
Do you have a specialty?
Yes.
And what is that?
I am board certified in both anatomic pathology and forensic pathology.
And can you describe each of those, please?
Sure. So anatomic pathology is the basis for, or the root of our subspecialties. Anatomic pathology, again, is the study of tissues and diseases, what we mostly use for a microscope, for example. If you've ever gotten a diagnosis of cancer, like a basal cell cancer off your skin, or a normal pap smear, that was because of a pathologist. And then the forensic pathology is the study of diseases and trauma. So we incorporate our baseline knowledge of human diseases, as well as how trauma affects the body.
You said as part of your duties, you perform autopsies, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Approximately how many have you performed?
Close to or 2,000.
Have you testified as an expert before in your field?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you know approximately how many times?
Approaching 50 or 60.
Did you perform an autopsy on Brooklyn Sims?
I did.
On what date?
I performed the exam on August 14th, 2023.
And what was her actual date of death?
Her date of death was August 11th, 2023.
And can you tell the jurors what Brooklyn's height and weight were?
Sure. Ms. Sims weighed 264 pounds and measured 63 inches, or 5'3".
And her age at the time of her death?
She was 18.
Did you do an external examination of Ms. Sims first?
Yes.
And did you observe any obvious injuries?
Yes.
What did you see?
She had multiple gunshot wounds and defects on her body.
Were photos taken during the course of your autopsy?
Yes.
And would they help illustrate or assist your testimony today?
Yes.
Would they help explain the type of injuries and the locations that you saw?
Yes.
Wow.
In that folder underneath you, you should have States Exhibits 93 through 102. If you'll just take a look at those and see if you recognize them.
Yes, I recognize these photos.
Okay. Were those taken during the course of Brooklyn Sims' autopsy?
Yes, ma'am.
And are they fair and accurate visuals of the injuries and the locations that they depict?
Yes.
Judge, at this time, I would move States 93 through 102 into evidence. I'm asking to move States 93 through 102 into evidence. You may.
What he want to approach the bench for now? It's photos of her wounds, her injuries. I'm sick of him. It's on mute, y'all. They back at the judges. He act like he didn't know this evidence was coming into play. It's ridiculous. Pissing me off. I want to know how many times he actually hit her, like shot her.
They did mention too that he actually shot her when she was down.
Oh my God, I didn't know that.
So he shot her. He wasn't that far away from her.
No, he wasn't that far away from her.
He tapped her on the shoulder, and she turned around and looked at him. That's what I'm saying. She actually looked at him, and they talked, and then he shot her.
Wow.
And then he shot her again when she was on the ground.
Wow.
I'm trying to figure out, well, how did all these stray bullets hit other people?
I don't know.
Unless they passed.
Because two other people were grazed.
Yes, they were grazed. And unless they passed through her and happened to hit them when they were running.
Could have. Because that one young lady who got up there, who was right there on the aisle, she said she ran.
That's what what you're trained to do. Run. Active shooter. Run. Get out.
Mm-hmm. They at the judges bench, y'all. That's why it's on mute. Hopefully they'll be back soon. I ain't gonna try to fast forward because I always.
Well, I think he's trying to say this is prejudicial for the jury to see these wounds is traumatizing and could sway them. You know, it's like, okay, but they need to see where she was shot.
They need to see it. He did it. Damn it.
But a lot of times defense lawyers will ask that the photos not be shown, that those particular photos will sway the jury into a guilty verdict just by seeing these photos without taking other evidence into consideration. He's already been convicted. We know he did it.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
Oh, yeah, I would like to move
Okay, they're
on
back,
to
y'all.
93 through 102.
They're admitted and you may publish it.
Thank you. Dr. Lesky, I'm showing you State's Exhibit 93. Can you please describe to the jurors what this photo shows?
This 93 shows a photo of Miss Sims' face and the top of her forehead with a.
They're not showing the photos, y'all. She's just describing them.
State's 94.
I don't want to see that. No
This is
damn
a
way.
photo of Miss Sims' face, upper arms, and upper chest that shows numerous gunshot wound defects that are on her right side of her face, upper chest, and left arm.
State's Exhibit 95.
95 is a photograph of Miss Sims' left axillary region or her armpit, and it shows multiple gunshot exit and re-entrance wounds over her left upper arm, her left lateral chest, and over her left breast.
So State's Exhibit 96.
96 shows a view of Ms. Sims, the back of her left arm, where you can see 3 gunshot wound defects, they're entrance wounds, as well as a couple of the re-entrance wounds are over her left chest.
This is State's 97. Excuse me, 97.
97 is a photograph of Ms. Sims and on the right side of her face. It shows gunshot wound defects to her right cheek, right side of her chin, right side of her neck, and over the right upper shoulder.
This is State's 98.
98 shows her right upper arm and right shoulder. Again, we can see 2 defects over her right side of her neck, and then 1 defect over the right side of her neck and 1 over the top of her right shoulder, as well as another gunshot wound over her right breast. And in the center of her right arm is a fresh contusion or bruise.
This is State's 99.
This is a view of the palmar side of Ms. Sims' right arm, and you can see a gunshot wound defect over her right wrist.
This is State's 100.
100 is a photograph of the back of Ms. Sims, including the back of her head, with her hair pulled up. You can see a small gunshot wound defect over the back of her neck. And
so she tried to run 200 true.
I don't think so, but a lot of these are entries and exit wounds. So the bullet enters and exits.
Okay.
So he didn't shoot her like all these times. These are exit and entry wounds. But he did shoot her in the face. Remember, they were really close. And like I said, and he shot her again while she was on the ground.
Then there are 2 gunshot wound defects over her back.
This is State's Exhibit 101.
101 shows an up-close view of the back of Ms. Sims' head and neck with the hair shaved around the 2 gunshot wounds.
And this is State's Exhibit 102.
102 is a photograph of the projectiles and the projectile fragments that were recovered from Ms. Sims.
Do you know how many total wounds did she have?
Ms. Sims had a total of at least 29 gunshot-related injuries, that consisted of entrance, re-entrance wounds, exit wounds, and graze wounds.
So not necessarily that she was shot 29 times, but some went in, went out, came back in, went back out.
Correct.
The hell?
The armpit one is probably he shot her, it went in, it came out her armpit and then through her arm. So if there's 29 gunshot related wounds, he probably shot her about 11 times. 11 or 10 or 11 times.
Lord have mercy.
Because remember, they said they found the gun and it was jammed. A bullet had jammed in the chamber. So that's why he stopped shooting her. He would have finished the entire clip had it not jammed on him. And there was 15 bullets in the clip holds 15. So I'm thinking he probably shot her at least 10 or 11 times before the gun jammed.
You've got 4 gunshot wounds to the left upper arm and torso. Can you describe for the jurors the path that those bullets took?
Sure. So I clustered these 4 gunshot wounds that represent 4 different bullets that enter over the left lateral and upper, and some of them were even a little bit posterior arm, that then went through the soft tissues of her left arm, and then they all exited on the inside of her left upper arm, and then they re-entered over her left lateral chest, or the side of her chest. And these projectiles end up perforating the left fifth rib, the pericardial sac, which is the tough membrane around your heart, the great vessels of your heart, or the root of your heart, the heart itself, both the right and left lungs, the right second rib, the right axilla or right armpit, and the soft tissues of the right upper arm. And then invariably, some of them went onto her right axilla and right upper arm, and some ended up stopping over the right side of her chest.
Did you see any evidence of close range firing with that group?
Yes, there was evidence of close range firing over the wounds, the cluster of wounds over the back of her left arm.
And what does that mean?
So that means, so I saw there are 2 different features or characteristics that we see when we have gunshot related injuries. One of them is soot, and that is indicative of very close range, less than 2 inches, and it's a black discoloration that tattoos the skin like a dark gray color, which I did not see in this case. And the second feature or characteristic of gunshot entrance wounds of close range of firing is called stippling. Stippling is small, tiny punctate abrasions that surround the gunshot entrance wound that represent the unfired gunpowder as it's striking your skin. So it leaves a little abrasion or a little mark. And we can see stippling, usually start to see stippling at 2 inches and up to 2 feet for most firearms. And so that means that when I say 2 inches to 2 feet, I don't mean that's how far somebody is standing away from her when they fire the gun. That is from the end of the barrel of the gun to their skin.
The gunshot wounds on the left side of her neck, can you tell the jurors the path that those took?
So over the left side of the neck, there was one gunshot wound that ended up perforating the skin and soft tissues of the left back of the neck. It coursed between the base of the skull and what your head sits on, the first cervical vertebra. It transects the cervical spinal cord in this area, and then perforates and fractures the right side of her facial bones, including her maxilla and her mandible, and perforates the skin and soft tissues over the right side of the face.
The gunshot wound to the right side of her neck, can you describe the path that bullet took?
So over the right side, it was the right posterior side, so the right back of her neck. This wound entered the right back of her neck, and then just almost immediately exited over her anterior right side of her neck. So this only went through soft tissues and did not hit any vital vasculature or organs.
Dr. Lusky, what is your opinion as to Ms. Sims' cause of death?
Her cause of death is multiple gunshot wounds.
And the manner of her death?
Homicide.
Thank you. Those are my questions.
This shows complete rage.
Absolutely.
Doctor, here. Good morning, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Here your friend go. Here he go.
School and experience, and
Why is
you
he
articulated
whispering?
everything you had to.
Because they didn't put enough books by the podium so he could reach the mic.
If you didn't have the photograph,
Sustained.
thank you, Doctor.
Thank you.
Now he don't have nothing to
You ready to
say.
go? Okay.
My God, today. That's it for her, y'all. That was the medical examiner. All right, so see. I'm gonna make it 3 hours, y'all. So listen, and whatever we don't cover today, I promise we'll finish tomorrow. So now listen, the truth. He testified for his mom.
Yes.
He
That's what I
testified
said.
for his mom.
Remember I said he tried to lie for her.
Yes.
And tell her that she had nothing to do with this. She didn't encourage me. So he got on the stand and lied. And I guess the prosecutor's like, didn't she send this message to you? Because they had moved him from one jail to another jail so he could testify.
Oh, this is his testimony and looks like the mom testimony all together. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna push play, y'all. This is her son, the one that's convicted, okay, of the unaliving of Brooklyn.
Because raise your right hand and best you can tell me. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth?
I do.
If you'll have a seat, Mr. Agee. And if you will make sure you speak into the microphone, if you'll state your full name and spell your last name for the court reporter.
Keith Eric AG, AGEE.
Thank you.
Good morning, sir. Good morning. You know, just stated your name. We know where you are.
Yes, sir.
You've been convicted of murder.
Yes, sir.
Do you know why you're here?
Yes, sir. You came and talked to me, Mr. Myers, Ms. Jensen. All y'all came and talked to me. I'm here for my testimony.
So the defense called him, y'all. I just want to make that clear. The defense called him, not the prosecutor, but the dumbass defense called him to testify for his mom.
Yeah, so he can lie on the stand for her.
Absolutely. He ain't got nothing to lose.
Yeah. What are they gonna do?
For life. He ain't got nothing to lose.
Without the possibility of parole. Remember that. Life without the possibility of parole. The only thing they didn't give him was the needle. I don't know why. He should have been given the needle because Florida is a death penalty state.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why he didn't get it.
Because you've known your mother all your life, correct?
Yes, sir.
You had a chance in your trial to view the context of the text between you and your mother on August the 11th.
Yes, sir.
Correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You've had a chance to think about things.
Of course, yes, sir.
In the context of those texts, and any time in your life, has your mother ever said anything to you, motivated you, enticed you, wanted you, manipulated you to, or anything else to take Brooklyn Sims' life?
No, sir. I fully believe with 100% that my mother loved Brooklyn and she would never want that.
Sustained.
Would your mother ever do anything to hurt Brooklyn?
Sustained.
Did you ever think for 1 minute that your mother wanted you to hurt Brooklyn?
No, sir. Not in a million years.
Is there anything your mother could have done to convince you not to do what you wanted to do when it comes down to, well, just that?
No, sir. I have my own mind, and once I have something set on my mind, I'm kind of stuck to it. So the way that they played out was the only way that they could have played out. She could have not stopped me. No physical words, form, any type of way she could have prevented this. She did the best of her abilities. I feel that she did as a mother, knowing me, tried to deter me and stop me.
I have no further questions.
The statement has been cross-examined, sir.
Now this is the prosecutor, y'all.
We've met several times, right? Yes, sir. Okay.
You were convicted of first-degree murder, correct? Yes, sir. So you're a convicted felon now? Yes, sir. I prosecuted you as well as Miss Jensen, correct? Yes, sir. That day of the homicide, when you came to Pensacola to kill Brooklyn, you didn't know where she was until your mother told you, correct? Yes, sir. That's correct? Yes, sir. Thank you. That's all I have.
Wow. He should have brought up. He should have brought up. Did your mother say that you have to do this, or you're going to be a little
He
bitch?
had to say that the truth is in the damn text messages.
I would have.
Listen, I say he did great. He
did.
acted.
He did.
You wouldn't have never known where she was had not the mother told you where she was.
Exactly. But I
Get
would thrown
the
in
hell out of here.
I would have thrown in. Did your mother say that if you don't do this to her,
you're a bitch?
You'll be a little bitch. It's a yes or no answer, sir.
Yes or no? Did she not say that?
Yes, I'd have threw that in just for good taste.
Baby, this is one of the like I have not seen a case this cut and dry in a long time, D True. That's why it only took 2 days. 2 days, D True. 2.
It didn't have to take 2 days. They didn't offer. I'm guaranteed they did not offer them a plea because they would have jumped on it. The mayor of Munchkinland would have jumped on a plea because there's no possible way you could ever think she's not guilty.
Absolutely. All right, so apparently that's it for him, and maybe the grandmother is about to come up. Let's listen. He in shackles, baby. He going back to the bed. Going back to your cell. Going back to your cell. Don't make 20 years old. Life over. Over. Daughter done lost her mama and her daddy. Sad. It's sad.
And her grandmother.
And her grandmother. It's sad. It's really sad, D True. All right, so they calling the grandmother's coming up on the stand, y'all. This is her.
Before you sit down, if you'll raise your right hand. You swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth. I do. You'll have a seat, Ms. Rivers. Just make sure you speak up into the microphone so we can hear you. And if you will state your full name and spell your last name for the court reporter.
Thelma Arizona Rivers, Rivers.
Good morning, Mr.
Good morning.
How old are you now? What's your date of birth?
October 14th, 1946. I'll be 79 this October.
And where do you live?
Fairfield, Alabama.
How long you lived in there?
My whole life.
Okay. And the dwelling you live in now is where you live for how long?
I've been there about 38 years.
I guess generally, what is your relationship to Sheila's children? And let's start with first child?
Wallace.
Yeah.
I'm his grandmother.
Okay. See him every day, casually?
Just casually, Wallace. He lives Mobile.
Okay. And he's 35 years?
He's 35 in August.
Okay. And then your next child?
Jack Daniel.
Yeah. And
Jack Daniel?
He's my grandson.
Okay. Where does he live?
She is so damn
country. Same property. Same property.
Okay. And basically, just a brief history. Did you raise him?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And did Sheila raise him?
She was in his life, his whole life, you know.
Okay. And when was he born? How old was he?
That wasn't the question.
November the 22nd, 1992. So he'll be 33, right? 33 is his birthday.
And
that wasn't the question. Did you hear it?
Yeah, I heard. She didn't raise him.
You've got another child.
Keith Eric AG and Kylie Cheyenne AG, a girl.
Okay. And how old is she?
She's 16.
Okay. That's Sheila's youngest?
That's her youngest.
And
this woman had a 16-year-old daughter. So apparently she got 4 kids. She got 2 sons that's older than Keith. Then she got Keith. Then she got a daughter. A 16-year-old daughter at the time.
Let's not forget Jack Daniels.
That's one of the older brothers. Stop. Leave Jack alone. She was drunk when she named him. Those are Sheila kids. Sheila got 4 kids. 2 sons older than Keith. Then there's Keith, and then there's a daughter that's 16. This woman is got to be. I don't know why I was thinking he was her only child. I was thinking that, but okay, here you go.
She lived with me up until this happened, and her daddy come got her. He dropped the law and come got away from me. But she stayed with me 15 years.
Relationship with her and her mother?
Wait a minute, hold on. So Sheila didn't have the daughter? Did you hold on?
The 16-year-old, she lived with the grandma. They all live in the same house. So I'm thinking that
They can't live all in the same house because if this woman is saying she raised
the daughter, the youngest daughter, up until her daddy came and got her. That's what she said.
Oh, okay, maybe they did all stay in the same house, and when the mom got locked up, the daddy came and got her.
Yeah.
Okay, so I backed it up just to end, y'all. Let's listen.
And basically, just a brief history. Did you raise him?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And did Sheila raise him?
She was in his life, his whole life, you know.
Okay. And when was he born? How old was he?
Jack is November the 22nd, 1992. So he'll be 33, right? Okay. 33 is his birthday.
And
next
will be Keith, but let's get back to him in a minute. We've got another child.
Keith Eric AG and Kaya Cheyenne AG, a girl.
Okay, and how old is she?
She's 16.
Okay, that's Sheila's youngest?
That's her youngest.
And she lived with you?
She lived with me up until this happened, and her daddy come got her. He dropped the law and come got away from me. But she stayed with me 15 years.
Relationship with her and her mother?
It was good.
Okay. Relationship Jack and his mother?
Oh, great.
Relationship Keith and his mother?
Off and on. They loved each other, but they had their ups and downs now.
Okay. And as far as Keith, living arrangement, did he live with you?
Yes, sir, most of the time.
Okay. And where else would he be, especially in his later years?
In his earlier years?
Well, especially his earlier years, he lived with you.
Yeah, until he got about 12, 14, he moved in with his dad and stayed there about 2 years. But Sheila and his dad were separated, and he stayed there about 2 years. And then when he come back to live with me, he was a little bit out of control. And I would have to call Jack. Jack was in the service. That's his other brother. I'd have to call him sometimes and let him chastise him, you know.
Well, would you chastise him yourself?
Oh, yeah, I would. Yeah.
How would that?
Well, he might be and stay gone 3 or 4 days. Then he'd come back, tell me he was sorry. And everything be all right, too. Something happened again.
He tell you he's sorry a lot of time?
A lot of time.
What kind of general personality do you have?
Keith was a well-spoken, well-mannered kid, you know, but he had quick temper. And he'd get angry real easy. And when he got angry, he was hard to handle. That was him and his mom's a lot of problem. His anger. And he was just hard to handle when he'd get angry.
Would he threaten people?
Well, he would in a matter of ways, you know. He wasn't violent, but he's the type, if he got angry, I guess he could be dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. He just...
Y'all know that boy had an anger problem.
Threatened to kill people?
Yeah, he'd say that all the time. You didn't never know when he was serious or not.
Oh, Lord.
His little friends would talk about just put his lights out or something.
Ma'am, he's already been convicted. He's already been convicted. You don't have to lie for him.
No, I think she's being candid. I do. She's saying that the boy was a problem. In so many words, she's saying he was a problem. And he was back and forth between her and the dad. I don't know what the fuck Sheila was doing, but I mean, I think she's being candid, but you know, ain't no grandma gonna get up on no stand and just bash their grandbaby. They just not gonna do that. She's letting the people know though that he had an anger issue and he was something to handle. He was something to deal with, I believe.
All people, I hardly paid them any attention half the time. They were just young boys to me, you know.
He threatened to kick people's doors down, windows in, or whatever.
Well, he did all that. Not only threatened, he done that.
So just make sure you speak up, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Her daughter go for twins.
Oh, like mother and daughter. Sheila took care of Brooklyn after she got pregnant. And then Sheila took care of Brooklyn and the baby after the baby come home. Because look, Keith never did live with Brooklyn now. It wasn't like he stayed with her, he didn't. I kept the baby every weekend. She would go get the baby and bring her to me, and I kept her every weekend until this happened. I had her the weekend before this happened that Friday. She had just went home that last Sunday. She ain't been back since. Well, her mother come, Brooklyn's mother come a time or two, asked the money, and after I gave her $1,200, and after I didn't give her no more money, she didn't come back. She promised to let me see the baby, but she didn't.
Sustain.
I'm sorry, ma'am.
Just take a deep breath. So wait until he finishes asking a question before you answer, so you're not talking over each other, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Sheila would pick up the baby every weekend, is that what you said?
Yes, sir.
Be with the baby every weekend?
Yes, sir.
With you at the house?
At my house, yes, sir.
At her house sometimes also?
Yes, sir, her house too.
So basically, the schedule was just about every weekend, Sheila and you had Casey.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sheila's relationship with everybody else in that family was what?
I thought it was real good, you know.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay. You remember any of the things that Sheila did for Brooklyn?
Yes, sir.
Would you tell us?
Yes, sir. She gave Brooklyn money each week, and when if she didn't have it, I would give it to her to give to her. So I know she gave it to her.
Mm-hmm.
She sent Brooklyn to school, and when Brooklyn got 18, she gave Brooklyn a job. She went and picked Brooklyn up every week and carried her to work, brought her home every weekend.
Stop you for a second. My understanding is that Brooklyn basically, her last job was working under Sheila.
Yes, sir.
This company that does, okay. Before that, did Brooklyn have jobs?
She had a little job out there in Citronelle because Sheila would pick her up at night and have to carry her sometimes and pick her up from a job. She didn't have no car.
Okay. And that was your daughter Sheila who was doing all that?
Yes, sir.
You want to say one negative, nasty word about Brooklyn?
No, sir.
I'm not.
What is this, Council Pritchard?
They're at the bench again, y'all. Munchkin acting out. He asking questions that he know. Maybe he should rephrase them. I don't know. But they at the bench again, y'all. Cause Munchkin done did something he ain't got no business. You know, I feel sorry for this grandma. I don't think she I don't know. Seem like to me she been burdened with Sheila and her kids since forever. Sheila Haraway raised her own kids. That grandma had no kids.
That's why I said that's what he asked. Did when he said did she raise him? And she's like, well, she been in his life the whole time. That's not the question I asked you, ma'am. I asked you, did she raise him? That's a yes or a no. You could say no.
He ain't raised him.
You could say no. Just say no.
For response to that last question. You may continue, Mr. Ackerman.
Oh, Mayor fell off the books.
Did you ever see while you were involved? How often, again, and I know the jury's heard this, how often were you and Sheila and Brooklyn together?
I wasn't really never with them. Sheila and Brooklyn was together all the time, but I wasn't with them.
Okay. So mostly it's you and Sheila and Casey.
Right. On the weekend, Brooklyn didn't come up, just the baby.
Okay. And how did you find out about?
Y'all notice she never said that Keith was in this little circle of getting the baby over the weekend, or they never had, Keith wasn't with Brooklyn and Sheila, or Sheila, the granny, and the baby. Keith just did his own damn thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm catching that too. I thought they all lived in the same house, but it seems like no, that she would just get her on the week. She would get the baby on the weekends. But I'm confused about the part where she said, I gave Brooklyn's mama some money and then we ain't seen her since.
Maybe because this grandma seemed like she was helping Brooklyn take care of the baby. See, okay, so let's squash the notion that Brooklyn stayed with them. She did.
Yes,
she did. All right, so if they were going to get the baby on the weekends, that mean they were having to go to wherever Brooklyn was staying to get the baby. So this is the thing. Maybe this grandma was giving Brooklyn money to help with the baby because apparently Keith wasn't doing shit. And Sheila neither, okay? other than providing rides, I guess. She did say Sheila would give Brooklyn money too as well. Okay. So what I'm thinking is this grandma is saying that she gave Brooklyn's mama $1,200 for the baby and she never saw her again. Like maybe she just saw her one time and gave her some money and that was it. So apparently between grandma and Sheila, they were trying to assist Brooklyn in caring for the baby. Keith, not so much. Not so much. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, I get that too.
Yeah.
So, Sheila, called and told me.
Sustain, you may.
They on mute again.
It's because she asked that question to be struck. And she said, "Oh, Sheila called me." Damn right, she called it. She orchestrated it. She knew it happened. She was there.
Mm-hmm.
I have no further questions.
Hey, good morning, Mr. Rivers.
Good morning.
I think we talked over Zoom the last time you and I talked. Do you remember that?
On the phone?
On the phone, yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Just a couple of questions. In that, you told me you hadn't seen Brooklyn in maybe 3 years, except for the weekend before she was killed. Is that right?
Well, it would have been 2 weekends before she was killed then.
Okay, but 3 years before that?
Probably.
And you knew Keith had a gun, did you not?
Sustain.
You raised Keith from the time he was a baby, correct?
On and off.
Yes, ma'am. And you raised all her children?
On and off.
In fact, Jack still lives on your property, correct?
Yeah, she do too, though.
Let me ask you this. Have you been watching Court TV yesterday?
I don't know how to get that.
You haven't been watching the trial?
My Aunt Tenny don't get that channel.
Did Brooklyn ever stay at your house besides 2 weeks before?
If she did, I don't remember.
And you said Keith had a temper. Is that what you said? Quick temper?
Quick temper, yeah.
And he would anger easy. Was that well known through the family? Oh, I'm sorry. Quick to anger?
Yeah, he was quick to anger.
And you said he threatened people, but he wasn't violent.
He really wouldn't walk up to nobody and just threaten them. You know what I'm saying? He would just talk all the time. If you've got teenagers, you probably know what I'm talking about. How they just go on and on all the time. But you're a lot younger than me, so it don't probably approach you like it do me. Me, 79 years old. 16, 17, and 18, I ain't got that much in common with, you know.
Defense counsel asked about breaking windows and kicking doors in, and you said he did all that?
Miss Sims, Brooklyn's mother, he broke her window, her TV or something. He couldn't even go to Brooklyn's house. He had a restraining order to keep him from going there. He had a restraining order to keep him from going to his dad's and his stepmama's because he said he was going to kill them, so they said. And they put a restraining order in Mobile. You can check the records now for this if you want to. Citronelle Records, Mobile Courthouse. It's on record there. And he threatened them and his stepmama, which she put a restraining order on him. But I never thought he would really kill nobody. Now, I didn't think that.
Now, what about the shooting when he was 14? The shooting when he was 14?
When he was a juvenile?
Yes, ma'am.
That's a juvenile. That's hidden records, ain't it?
Ma'am?
I said, ain't that a record and him a juvenile that's supposed to be brought out here?
Well, I'm just asking.
Ooh, look at Grandma.
What?
Grandma is pulling the old, ain't that record sealed? You ain't supposed to talk about stuff from juvenile, delinquent stuff.
Well, she's right.
But he's already been, this isn't his trial.
I know the truth. I know, but that lady still want to protect her grandson. Like I say, she not gonna bash him. She not gonna. Listen. She love that boy.
She don't watch TV, but she knew that, huh?
What? She ain't gotta watch TV to know that. They tell you that in the court. She ain't got to watch TV to know that. She's not gonna get up there and she being honest. I believe she being honest about his behavior, but she's not gonna just. She's still gonna try to protect him in whatever way she can. Detroit.
She said, "We ain't supposed to talk about that, are we?"
Mm-hmm. She sure did. She a true granny. I'm telling you now. She love that boy. He got his issues and she know it, but she love him. I don't know what the fuck to say about his mama, but that granny seems like she love him, and she tried. Mm-hmm.
Overrule the objection.
Yes, ma'am. About he had a firearm and there was a shooting, right?
Yes,
When he was a juvenile.
yes.
Well, thank you. That's all I have.
Can you read the rest?
Interesting. Remember what I said earlier?
About what?
What to say?
But he wasn't supposed to have it?
So you knew that. You ain't tell me. Oh, now you holding back and things of it. You know what? That's all right. So he got. Wow. Shit, he wasn't too much out of being a juvenile when he did this. He was only 20.
Well, even if you're convicted as a juvenile for a weapon and the record is sealed, they still will not allow you to carry a weapon. Even if you become an adult, even if it's sealed, they can still see that.
My God, today. Okay, that's it for Granny. So now listen, we moving right along, y'all. We still got like 20 minutes. Okay, so that's why I'm glad I did these clips. So the next one is Sheila dumbass testifies in her own defense.
So Jack Daniels and Sheila lived in the chicken coop behind the house?
No, Jack Daniels is the son. He lived on the same property as the granny, and it wasn't a chicken coop.
And Sheila lived there too, in the chicken coop with Jack Daniels.
Oh my God. Let me find this damn clip. Hold on, y'all.
That's why I said all their addresses came up to the same place.
Yeah, they all live on the same property. Apparently she owns the property.
And Brooklyn, that address came up for Brooklyn too.
I wonder why. Maybe at some point she stayed.
She may remember. It's anytime you stay. If you get
even if
mail,
you stayed there for a month or so and got a piece of mail, it's gonna come up.
Yeah, if you get a piece of mail somewhere, it's gonna show up that you were there.
Baby, I done got mail at my mama's house, my daughter's house, and that's why people say I stay in my own address. I got mail go several places, and then put you as staying with somebody. I'm telling you now.
Yes.
It is what it is.
That's one of the things that the search will bring up is if you get mail at anybody's house, it'll say you lived there for a period of time.
Let's see. Hold on. I'm trying to find. I want to show y'all the visual. Okay. So Sheila testifies in her own defense, people. Are y'all surprised? Shouldn't be. All right. So let's get it started. Hopefully we can get through all of hers, but if not, we will definitely finish it on tomorrow. I am ready to hit this. Yeah, we got 20 minutes and I got to go, y'all. I got to go. All right. I'm going to play the audio while I pull up the visual.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth? Yes, ma'am. Okay, go ahead. Have a seat, Ms. AG. If you would, do your best to speak loudly and clearly into the microphone and state your name, spell your last name for the court reporter.
Sheila A.G., A.G.E.E.
Sheila A.G., would you ever do anything to hurt, harm, or see harm come to Brooklyn Sims? What was your relationship with her?
Hold on, y'all, because the other thing trying to play. Hold on, because I want y'all to hear what she said. Everything is playing. and I done stopped it, but it's still playing. You know, I'm just sick of it. I'm really sick of it. All right, here we go.
So do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth? Yes, ma'am. Okay, go ahead, have a seat, Ms. AG. If you would, do your best to speak loudly and clearly into the microphone and state your name, spell your last name for the court reporter.
Sheila Agee, A-G-E-E.
Sheila Agee, would you ever do anything to hurt, harm, or see harm come to Brooklyn Sims?
No, sir.
Lies.
What was your relationship with Brooklyn?
Brooklyn was my baby.
When did you first meet her?
She was, I think she was 15 when I first met her.
Son brought her home one day, something like that? Okay.
Yeah.
They started seeing each other?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Take it from there.
For the first couple of times I met Brooke, I asked Keith Cook, about the third time I met her. I said, can she talk? Because she was real quiet. I remember when they come to the house and told me Brooke was pregnant. You know, then.
Girl.
Right, I'm gonna sustain that, and you just need to ask her a question and give her an opportunity to respond.
Okay. Okay. So you met Brooklyn. She was quiet. Did Keith
She
bring
looked
her
like she
by
was
the
a
house
sweet little girl.
again?
Yes,
He was 19 when he was with her when they first started.
Because if she was 18 when she passed, if she made that 3 years, he was 17.
He's 22, right? That's 4 years.
He may be 22 now, but at this time, well, yeah, he's 20. He's 22 now. She was 18 when she passed.
So
Okay, yeah, right. You got it.
She
You
was
got it.
15 and he
I'm
was
still
19.
thinking about when all this happened. Because when all this happened, she was 18.
Yeah. So when they first met and they started having sex, she was 15 and he was 19.
She was a minor. No, D true, because right now, if this happened in, when did this case happen? Like 2-3 years ago?
Well, there's still a 4-year difference between them. And she says she met her when she was 15. That would make him 19. Because he's 22. No, okay, he's older than that, right? He was 22 at the time that they arrested him. No, it's still the same.
He was 20 when they arrested him.
But he's 22 and she was
She was 18 and he was 20. 2 years.
Oh, 2 years. Okay. All right.
I'm going to need you to stop trying to make him a pedophile. She was 18, he was 20. Okay.
Pregnant. And then they would come stay at the house on the weekends sometimes. And then they moved in with Brooklyn's mom.
Okay. And keep going with the history of their relationship.
Okay, and then they had, and then when Casey was born, I think that maybe he stayed there a month or so later. And then they broke up. I don't exactly know why they broke up. But when they broke up, all of a sudden, she wasn't his. So, sorry to say he was being a deadbeat dad, but he claimed she wasn't his, but I knew she was.
Okay.
So, at that point, me and Keith stopped talking because he would deny Casey. And at that time, me and Brooklyn became closer. I would go to her mom's and TT's house. Go to her mom's house. I just say TT Brooklyn's sister. And pick up Casey on the weekend and talk with Aiden. And I became friends with the family.
Okay, let's slow down.
Okay.
Take a breath.
I became friends with the family.
Take a breath.
And you know, we planned Casey's first birthday party together.
Okay, let me stop you.
Okay,
let's back up.
Okay.
Okay, they started dating. Brooklyn became pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did they remain together during the whole course of her pregnancy?
During the course of her pregnancy, yes, but
not okay. So then she's pregnant. Then she has the child.
Yes.
They still together
for a little period, and then I don't know why they broke up.
Well, does there come a time when he thinks he's not the father?
Yes, at that point in time,
for, I would say, probably a year or a little over a year, that he would do stuff like, if I took Casey to my mom's for my mom to watch her for an hour or so, he would do something like take her diaper bag because he claimed he bought the diaper bag. And, or take, I remember he took her, it's a carrier cover, that goes over the baby carrier, that little cover seat. And it was so embarrassing that I had to go to Walmart and buy one before I took her back home.
Okay. Would you and Keith have discussions during the course of this period of time regarding his maturity and accepting responsibility for his child?
No, not really, because of the fact that he said I took Brooke aside and I was peaceful, and that as long as I would pick, but as long as I would pick the baby over him, that he didn't have anything for me. So
okay, let me stop you. Okay. So, and I know this. So the baby comes, he basically goes. He's not thinking the baby is his. Okay. So does eventually he sort of come around a little bit, and why?
I don't know exactly why, but eventually he has
He was around. He apparently had to be around because they had sex. They were still having sex. So even though he was being a fucking idiot, he was being a deadbeat dad, he was being, and of course Brooklyn was young, and that's what, we as women deal with when we're young. Even though he wasn't taking care of the baby. Welcome to the chat, Red. I'm sorry, I apologize. I didn't see you. They were still having sex. Because if they weren't still having sex, he wouldn't have been able to blame her for the disease.
Blood test, a DNA test, and it's determined. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, at that point in time, Casey was maybe 16 or 17 months old.
Okay, so during that period of time, who substituted as the father from your side of the family?
No, me, or from my side of the family.
And would you buy diapers? Would you buy things like that?
Yeah.
Okay. We heard testimony earlier that you put her through school. What does that mean?
I mean, to say I literally put Brooklyn through school, that's not accurate. Brooklyn decided to remain in school.
Okay. You kept her in school when she wanted to drop out, is that?
But no, we had to.
The girl was in high school. Wasn't nobody paying for no damn high school. She was in high school, so just say you encouraged her to stay in school. You did not put her through school. You did not help her through school unless you made sure she got there or you helped her buy a uniform or whatever. But she was in high school. You didn't pay for no high school.
And I told her that do not drop out of school between me, her mama, and Titi, that we would find a way that she wouldn't have to, because she really didn't want to drop out of school.
Did your relationship, did your feelings towards her grow as the days and months went by?
Of course, my feelings towards her grew, my feelings towards her family grew. I mean, I was there every weekend.
Okay.
Her mom's a great person.
Okay. So you and she became very close?
Yes.
Okay. We watched today, we watched the text from July 8th, a bunch from July 8th, July 28th, and then we go, okay. Did those texts accurately describe your relationship with Keith when taken as a whole? I mean, that typical?
You had to catch Keith on a certain day.
I'm sorry?
You'd have to catch Keith on a certain day. His mood depended on the day. If he was in a bad mood that day, it is what it was. If he got a thought in his head that day, it was what it was. If he was in a loving mood that day, it was what it was. And you had to pick and choose to figure out what day that day was.
How to react?
Yeah.
Well, let's back up a little bit. Where do you live?
I live at 4370 Fairport Road, about a couple of miles, a few miles from my mom.
Okay. How long you live there?
It's a property that my mom bought, and I moved there some years back, and we had to remodel, so I moved in with my mom. So altogether, 7-8 years.
Okay. Okay. And close enough that you frequently visited mom?
Oh, every day.
Every day, especially weekends?
Yeah, if I was, if I was at home, yes.
Okay. Talk about this right now. Your mom basically raised Keith. Were you an active participant in that?
Yes, I was there. Probably not as much as I should have been, but yes, I was there.
So this chick didn't raise her kids. Like basically all this you being in his life, because they said the same thing with the other son. And apparently it with the daughter too as well, because the daughter was with Granny. Like this chick didn't even raise her kids. For real, for real. I mean, she wasn't far. She lived right down the road in a property that her mom owned, but I think basically the mama raised her kids.
Okay. And let's go back to Jack. Jack's a Schaefer.
Yes.
So you and Mr. Schaefer married, had Jack. Yeah. And then what happened there?
We
just divorced?
Just divorced. Just young.
Okay. And where did Jack go?
He went to my mom's. He stayed with my mom.
Okay. And then there came a time when you got all things squared away in life, and you just and were you close all that time? I mean,
yes,
right there.
Yes.
Were you there to help raise Jack?
Yes, I was going to. I got an apartment, and I got Jack and Wallace, and I took him there. And the weekend was fine, and then Sunday I remember Sunday he looked at me and said, "Mom, they're ready to go home." And I was like, "What do you mean you're ready to go home?" He was like, "I'm ready to go back to Nanny."
This was how old?
He was 5 or 6.
Okay.
And so I called my mom. I said, "They want to come home."
My God, today.
Judge is not offered to them.
I made my ruling, sir.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I made my ruling.
Okay.
I sustain the objection.
Okay, thank you. So you, you decided to let him go home?
Yeah, he wanted to go back to mom. Let him go back.
Okay. You continue to see him constantly?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so Wallace is already,
yes,
he's really not in the picture these days.
Well,
see him holiday?
Yeah, we see him, he stays in Mobile and he comes up on holiday.
Okay. The videos we watched, I keep saying videos, excuse me, texts we watched, basically they're from from July to August,
yes,
a month, 2 months. Yes. We see conversations between you and Keith that go on back and forth, forever, it seems. Is that typical when he's in a certain mood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what is your key? What are you trying to do when you talk to him? Or when you text with him?
Like I say, you have to hit a certain button with Keith. So you have to try different tactics with Keith. You have to agree with him or disagree with him, threaten him, beg him, and just kind of see what maybe what'll work.
Okay. Keith said a lot of things, negative and positive, about Brooklyn in that second set of texts we saw. Is that correct?
Yes.
Did you ever know which way he was going to go?
No, because it changed by the day.
Okay. I mean, we heard him say, apologize for it to me. This was after he came back positive.
Yes.
And then he's hating her and this, that, and the other and saying all the things that everybody's heard, and they'll have a chance to go over that if they care to. Okay. This typical?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Hold on, y'all. It's another part. Hold on. Let me get to it. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so hold on. That was 13. Let's see. I don't know why they cut it in 2 parts. Hold on. They're probably gonna hear something repetitive, but I want to make sure y'all hear everything.
Okay, well, you said you were sick of Keith in your testimony.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the process. That's why they cut it. After he was done, the prosecution comes up. So let me back it up a little bit.
Your family testified how you and Brooklyn were so close. You were like mother and daughter.
This is in Alabama. Hell no, this is in Florida. I think it's in Florida. Now they stayed in Hold on. Cause they stay in. They did stay in Alabama. They did because Pensacola is not far from where they stay. So you right, keep it cute, and you had to just bring that out. Okay, yeah. They stayed in some little country part of Alabama that's not far from Florida. Okay, keep it cute. You right. Hold on, let me make sure I catch everything.
Correct?
Hold on.
Yes, ma'am.
That's the prosecution.
And other times, I understand your job. Your job is to
I think they stayed in Alabama, but this court proceeding is in Florida because he committed the crime in Florida. Yeah.
pick out what I done wrong. But you haven't picked out the last 3 years. It's like your job is a witch hunt.
That wasn't my question.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me back it up. Hold on.
Her works to calm him down.
Yes, ma'am.
So this whole
I
thing
don't,
is the
Brooklyn didn't
prosecution.
think he was, she knows how Keith was.
All right, so I'm gonna back this all the way up. But that's her coming back to the state. Okay, so this is her being questioned by the prosecution, y'all. See, that was the defense. That was her lawyer, the guy that was questioning her. Now this is the prosecution.
Ms. Agee, just remember to speak slowly and wait for Mr. Ackerman to ask this question before you start answering, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Come on now. We're taking all day. Where we at? I think we got 15 minutes, y'all. Wait.
Please be seated.
How long is this? We might have to do this tomorrow.
Did y'all have a nice lunch today?
Yeah, after she testified, after the defense question, thank you, Detrue. After the defense questioned her, they went to lunch, and then they came back, and this is where the prosecution. We're gonna listen to about 15 minutes of this, y'all, and then I have to go, and we're gonna finish up. I promise, we're gonna finish up tomorrow, and I'm gonna try my best to get those shorts out before we come back live tomorrow. So we got 15 minutes, and let's listen. I'm gonna try not to stop it, so we can hear as much as possible.
Looks like the rain's back, so I'm not sure if they'll step
Cause
outside.
it seemed like she get a little combative with the prosecution. Let's listen.
Coming down pretty good. And again, everybody's continued to abide by the rule, correct? We haven't yet discussed the case. Everybody ready to proceed? Okay. I think Mr. Ackerman has a few more questions for Ms. Agee.
Thank you.
You may inquire.
Ms. Agee,
Yes, sir.
you've watched the testimony here today and everything else. There was a video they showed. It was about a 30, whatever it was, minute long video of you at the store walking back and forth, and then in particular up front back and forth. You remember that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Why were you walking back and forth up front?
I didn't think Keith was coming, but to be on the safe side, I had told him to come see me. So just in case he did come, I wanted to be the first person. When I told him I would be the first person he'd seen, I was going to be the person he contacted. That's why I was in front of the store.
And were you there for the time you thought he'd be arriving?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so you were walking back and forth waiting for him?
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is page 248.
Yes, sir.
Is that you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Is that your, I mean, take a look at that picture. What were you thinking in that picture?
If that boy comes here, I'm going to beat him.
There it goes.
You may.
He's showing the jury a picture of her at the Walmart, y'all. The Sheila at work.
Yeah, I was upset. I was mad.
You left, why?
I left.
You left, you were walking back and forth?
I stayed after the time that he said, and then I was like, he ain't coming. I never thought he was coming to begin with. But after I stayed there for a while, I said, he ain't coming, so.
Okay. Uh, During the course of this 2 hours on the 11th, the texting back and forth, you told him, and, oh no, she doesn't know, you're coming on, again, you know why. Hope you know why. Did you ever tell her that did she know that he was texting you and what he was saying?
Yes, she knew that he was texting me. Cause I told her, I said, crazy text, and she knew what I was talking about. And, whenever we got in the car, I just passed her the phone. She read the text, handed it back to me and said, your child's got issues. I said, you telling me?
Okay. Did she ask?
So right here, Sheila is saying Brooklyn knew that
that
Keith
he
was
was.
texting her those messages. Wait a minute.
That's
Because
no.
if Brooklyn had seen those messages and see what this woman was saying, do you think that Brooklyn saw those messages be true?
No. First off, why wouldn't she try to at least get somewhere safe? Okay, and I don't care who you are. If someone says they coming to do you, and then you see the mama say you better, why are you gonna still be at work? I don't care how many times mama goes, he ain't gonna do it. He ain't gonna do it.
I'm gonna give a personal example only because I can't believe that this woman is actually trying this shit. So picture is Cicely years ago, right? Years ago when I was married and I was working at this particular hospital. So my ex-husband got upset with me because of something I said to him over the phone. I was at work. He called me with some bullshit. He didn't like the way I responded, and he told me he was on the way up there. Now, mind you, everybody that knows me knows that I was in a domestic violence situation in my marriage, right? So me knowing this motherfucker crazy and he will do what he say he gonna do, I'm sitting in my office. He tells me on the phone, I'm on my way up there. So when he told me that, I hang the phone up. I alert hospital security. Cause I know the nigga coming. He coming. And what you not gonna do is cost me my job, coming up on these people's job, on my job, acting a fool. I contacted my supervisor, let her know what was going on, and we both contacted security. So when he brought his wayward dumb ass up there and thought he was finna come in my job and fuck with me, he was politely escorted out. And then when he thought he wanted to act stupid with the security, they said, keep playing, we're gonna lock your ass up. I'm not finna sit there, look, if I know a motherfucker crazy and gonna do what they say they gonna do, I'm not finna sit there and wait for you to do it. That woman was at her job, and there were avenues that could have been taken for this not to happen. Ain't nothing this old crazy bitch can sit up here on this stand and say to make anybody, and then she want to lie the truth. That's a lie. I don't believe that one. I don't believe Brooklyn saw those messages the truth. Why is she lying?
Because I guess she's trying to throw fog on the text messages. I let Brooklyn see the text messages. They couldn't have been that bad. I don't know what they're talking about. And now the jury's going, well, she saw the text messages.
And then you can tell by the way she talking that she lying. She's stuttering. She can't get her shit together. And Muskin ain't helping. I mean, he not helping. Like, oh, this is something. Ooh, I'm getting upset because the woman sitting up here lying. There's no way. The things that were said in those text messages, there's no way that Brooklyn saw that. I just don't believe it. I don't. But that's okay. Let's listen because we ain't got but a few more minutes, y'all.
Act like she was afraid or scared or concerned.
Listen.
No, I don't. Brooklyn didn't think he was. She knows how Keith was, how he blustered and done that. He's done that to her before.
He ain't killed her before, bitch.
State's opening.
I'm sorry, y'all.
We went through all this, and then at 1:59 p.m., the detectives discovered, well, in other words, did you erase your phone? The text.
Yes, I did. Whenever this incident happened, and Keith ran out of the store, and I got outside, I tried, you can take my call log, I tried to call Keith 3 times to tell him to stop and turn his stuff in, but there was no answer. It actually went to voicemail all 3 times. And then a few minutes later, I was gonna text Keith to stop and turn his stuff in. And I was so mad because I had Keith saved in my phone as my baby. And when I looked down at that text and seen my baby, I said, no, you killed my baby. And on the iPhone, I don't know about now, but used to on the iPhone, you just swipe your text away. And when I said, no, you killed my baby, and I just got mad and just swiped it. I mean, it wasn't like I erased those message of text. It's like I erased every text me and him has ever texted in our whole life. I mean, at that time, I wasn't thinking I'd done anything.
What about you telling him to erase though, ma'am? So she's speaking as if she erased the text messages after he did what he did. Okay. So what about you telling him before he did what he did to erase the messages? The truth, I'm getting pissed off.
She's lying because they could tell when she deleted the message.
Absolutely.
There's a time on it. It labels it.
Ooh, I cannot. Girl, I hope you get your ass whooped in prison.
I'd bring back Country Bill there and say, what time did she delete the messages? And tell us the time.
There's no need. There's no need because everybody knows she's lying. Everybody knows she's lying.
I was just mad because of the situation that happened.
You just said it. Let me ask you, but did you erase it because you thought you had done something wrong?
No, sir.
I have no further questions.
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Agee, you just said that you didn't think he would show, but if he did, you were there to beat him. Well, that boy did show up, and you didn't beat his. Did you?
No, ma'am, I didn't.
Come on.
Tell this jury when you warned Brooklyn that she might be in harm's way.
When we were going to lunch, I passed her the phone, and I let her read the text.
What text?
The text that me and Keith had sent back and forth.
You and Keith have matching tattoos, don't you?
Yes, ma'am, we do.
And Keith in your phone is listed as my baby.
Yes, I just said that, yes.
Right. And you said in the text messages that the jurors heard this morning that Keith will always be your baby, correct?
Yes, he's my child, yes.
And you also said in those text messages that you like Brooklyn, but you love Keith. She said she likes Brooklyn, but she loves Keith.
Yes, I told Keith that. He's mad.
My question was,
yes, ma'am. I'm sorry. Yes,
yes or no?
yes.
Directly, please do not interrupt.
Yes.
And in those text messages, you said you would do anything for Keith because he is your child, correct?
I said anything that I could.
Anything that you could,
right?
Like send an address, right?
No, not like that.
You said it.
So Mr. Ackerman was talking to you about your different tactics depending on Keith's mood, right? You said sometimes you have to agree with him, sometimes you have to disagree with him, whatever works to calm him down, right? So what was your tactic that you were using when you sent him an address to Home Depot?
Okay, my tactic then, as a mother, I figured if I could, at the following text, I said, you would thank me when you're chilling with your daughter one day. I figured if I could get to him and I could touch him, I could stop him.
Keep it cute. Girl, I'm trying to keep it cute.
Pensacola, so that you could touch him first?
My tactic was to bring him to me, yes, ma'am.
How did that work?
It did, ma'am.
What part of him saying that he was going to, or excuse me, let me back up. You mentioned during your testimony with Mr. Ackerman that you didn't take a lot of what he said seriously.
Yes, ma'am.
So what part of him saying that he was going to kill Brooklyn was not serious?
To me, all of it, because he had said this before. He said it on the 11th. But if you would go back to the text that me and Keith have had months and years and other times, I understand your job. Your job is to pick out what I done wrong. But you haven't picked out the last 3 years. It's like your job is a witch hunt.
That wasn't my question. My job is to bring out the truth.
And that's what I'm giving you.
So what part of him saying that he was going to shoot Brooklyn?
I didn't believe any of it.
Oh,
sorry.
What part of that did you not think was serious?
I didn't believe any of it.
What part of him asking where you guys were so that he could come kill Brooklyn was not serious?
I didn't think he was coming, ma'am.
What part of him counting down his travel from Alabama to Pensacola, did you not think was serious?
I didn't think he was coming, ma'am.
Now, you keep talking about these other text messages. You deleted your text messages, correct?
Yes, ma'am, I said that.
You also mentioned that Brooklyn was the best mama and was such a good girl.
She was.
And you sent your son to her location where he killed her.
No, ma'am, I sent my son to me. I told him he would come shoot me.
But he came to the location you sent and he killed her.
Yes, ma'am.
Miss Agee,
Yes, ma'am.
your son had no idea where you and Brooklyn were that day, did he?
No, ma'am.
My God.
Your family testified how you and Brooklyn were so close, you were like mother and daughter, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you mentioned that your son was seeing a couple other people, but you had no idea if Brooklyn was seeing anyone
I
else.
said I didn't think Brooklyn was seeing anybody else. Yes, ma'am.
But you're so close, like mother and daughter, and you don't know that.
Well, I mean, I had never heard Brooklyn say she was dating or sleeping around with anybody else. No, ma'am, I did not.
You said at some point you started changing your tactic because Brooklyn means nothing to him, so you started using Casey, correct? To try to calm him down.
No, I didn't say Brooklyn means nothing to him. I said I was using Casey because he was mad at Brooklyn. I was using Casey to try to calm him down.
Okay, so you're trying to calm him down.
Yes, ma'am.
So then you tell him he's stupid, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And you tell him he's a dummy,
Yes, ma'am.
and you call him a,
Yes, ma'am.
and you tell him he's got mental issues.
Yes, ma'am.
How does that tactic work?
It has worked in the
I'm not done.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, ma'am.
How does that tactic work to calm him down?
It has worked in the past, ma'am.
By calling him names?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Ackerman talked to you about that text message where you say, if you don't come kill her, you are MF. Remember that?
Yes, ma'am.
And you said your testimony at that point was that you were sick of Keith, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And that's why you sent that.
I was sick of the way he acted, and I was being condescending, ma'am.
Okay. Well, you said you were sick of Keith in your testimony.
Yes, ma'am.
So if you were sick of Keith that day, Miss Agee, why didn't you shut your phone off?
Ma'am, if I had to do it all over again, I would shut my phone off. I'd throw it out the window. I
didn't ask you.
You asked me why?
I didn't ask you.
Well, Ms. Benson's not had a chance to get her full question out, so I'm asking that Ms. Agee just wait. That way the court reporter can get it done as well.
I didn't ask you what you would have done if you had to do it all over again. I asked you on that day, August 11th, 2023, why didn't you shut your phone off?
I don't know, ma'am.
Why didn't you block him?
I don't know, ma'am.
Why didn't you ignore him and just not respond?
I've asked myself that, ma'am.
You also testified at, there's a text message at about 11:10 a.m., about 2 hours prior to the shooting, where you told Mr. Ackerman that you felt like Keith was de-escalating. Do you remember that?
Yes, ma'am.
And you felt like it was over at that point.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. But then you continue to warn him about going to jail and giving him some consequences.
Yes, ma'am.
What's your tactic there if he's already de-escalated?
To reinforce me that you're going to jail, ma'am.
You never said, don't do it, right?
I told him you'd have to shoot me. I said you would have to shoot me.
So your testimony also was at that point he's de-escalated. And then a few texts later, you tell him to come to Pensacola, right?
To see me, yes.
Well, you actually said, come to Pensacola and do it so he doesn't shoot Brooklyn in front of Casey.
I don't know if that's the order that come in, but yes, ma'am, I don't think that's the order it was in.
Now, you made mention about you didn't know if he was going to shoot at the police.
Yes.
Were you talking about in Citronelle or were you talking about in Pensacola?
I'm talking about anywhere because he made a statement that he would shoot at the police.
Okay. So did you think that was a possibility?
As I told Mr. Ackerman, it's a possibility if roofs fall in. I didn't think he was coming.
Well, you knew that Keith has shot at people before when he was a juvenile.
Yeah, but I didn't think that Keith never shot at the police, as far as I know. But he made that statement in a text, and I didn't.
Ms. Agee, you said that Keith loved Brooklyn, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
He put 20 plus holes in her body. And it's your testimony to this jury that he loved Brooklyn?
Yes, ma'am. I said I think Keith loved Brooklyn.
Yes or no?
Okay, yes, ma'am.
My God.
Now, you also mentioned how you suggested that he come to Pensacola to get out of Citronelle. You said you were trying to get him out of Citronelle.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm asking you.
I'm answering.
Okay. What made sense for you to get him out of Citronelle and send him to Pensacola?
To come to me.
It made sense to you to have him drive from another state to come to you?
At that time, ma'am, yes. I thought it was Oh, do the right thing. I'm not, can I answer?
Sure.
Okay. I'm not saying that I made the totally right decision. I'm probably an idiot, but I was doing what I thought was right.
You acknowledged that you deleted your text messages, correct?
Yes, I did. Yes, ma'am.
And you said actually in your testimony with Mr. Ackerman that you were worried about looking stupid. You said in your text messages when you asked Keith to delete them that you were worried about looking stupid.
Yes.
But now you just testified that you deleted them because you didn't want to be associated with Keith.
When I told Keith to delete them, that was way in the beginning of the hour and a half before we stopped texting. Yes, ma'am, I did. That was an hour and a half before we stopped texting. Stop texting, sorry.
You testified with Mr. Ackerman that you were just trying to diffuse the situation,
Yes,
right?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
At what point on August 11th, 2023, did you actually diffuse the situation?
As I stated, I was trying.
Not one of your tactics worked, did
Yes,
they?
ma'am. No, ma'am, they did not.
Now, you said never in a million years did you think that Keith would come shoot Brooklyn in the middle of Home Depot with people everywhere.
No, ma'am.
He sure did it, didn't he?
Yes, ma'am, he did.
And he did it at the location that you provided him.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, you testified that Keith has threatened his dad and his stepmom, right?
Yep.
And you said, but that was okay because he was taking up for Brooklyn.
No, I never said it was okay. I did not say it was okay.
Maybe I misunderstood.
Yes, ma'am, you did.
And you said in your testimony that once he cussed you, it was now between you and him and no longer between him and Brooklyn, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So him talking about shooting Brooklyn didn't offend you. But when he cussed you, that's what set you off?
No, ma'am. I said that was my way to get him off of Brooklyn and onto me.
Now, when you and your attorney were going back through these text messages, it was quickly glossed over the part where you actually sent the address to Keith.
No, ma'am. I said I sent the address.
Right. And you said you sent the address where I was, meaning you. You said I sent the address where I was.
Yes, if you said so, yes, ma'am. I just thought I said I sent the address.
But that's also where Brooklyn was, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And he been
My
threatened.
thing is, if you didn't think he was coming, why would you send the address? Like, honestly, if the man didn't know where to go, he couldn't have did what he did. My thing is, this woman is saying that she didn't believe that he was actually going to do it. Why would you even want him to come there? So by you sending him the address, that means that you were okay with him coming, whether he was going to do the shit or not. Like, whether he was going to unalive her or not, it was going to be, he was coming to this young lady's job to cause some type of disruption or whatever. You knew the motherfucker was mad. I just sit here and think about the fact that if she had not we can't say what would have happened had he not went to the job and maybe called her at home or called her outside of work or whatever. But the fact of the matter is he went to her job. He went to her job and he unalived her on her job. And this helper could have prevented that in so many ways. And the fact that she's sitting up here stuttering and lying and pretending as though she cared about that. Let me tell you something. She didn't care about Brooklyn and she didn't care about her son. She couldn't have. She didn't care about that baby. And I don't even want to go deep into the fact that you ain't even raised your kids. Like, for real, this is pissing me off. Like, for real.
To kill her, right?
Yes, ma'am.
He never threatened to kill you.
Yeah, he told me, she did. Well, he told me I'm only giving you one warning. Yes, he did.
In the text message?
Yes, ma'am, in the text message. He said, I'm only warning you one time, mama. Yes.
Stay out of his way.
Yeah, and I told him I was in his way. I was going to be in his way.
You said in one of your text messages that he was going to see you, not Brooklyn, and that he was going to thank you when he was chilling with his daughter.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. He's not chilling with his daughter, Miss Agee, now is he? He's not chilling with his daughter.
No.
He's chilling in prison.
Yes, ma'am.
As a matter of fact, Miss Agee, you could have saved both of them by not sending that address.
Absolutely.
Or telling someone.
So, on one hand, you say that you didn't believe he was coming to the store.
Yes, ma'am.
He told you he was coming.
Yes, ma'am.
He gave you a countdown of his locations, correct? Correct?
Oh, he told me one time he was 45 minutes away. Yes, ma'am.
Well, he told you he was coming through Mubico, wherever that is. That's in between his work in Pensacola.
Okay.
He told you he was getting on the interstate.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
He told you he was 45 minutes out.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you were concerned enough, Ms. Agee, that you lingered around the entrance looking for him, correct?
Yes.
So there was a chance he was going to show up.
I was trying to make sure that if he did, I was there.
So there was a chance you thought he might show up.
There was a chance he was still on the call.
And you were pacing around and you were looking out the door, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So with the chance that he may show up, you don't call the police, right?
Yeah.
You don't go tell a manager,
Yeah, ma'am.
hey, my son is on the way, has been threatening one of my employees and the mother of my granddaughter. You don't tell anybody that.
Come on.
You don't take Brooklyn to another location.
No.
And at this time, would you not agree that
Who phone ringing in the damn courtroom?
would you not agree that Keith was highly upset about this STD?
No more than he was upset about it 3 days before or 2 days before that.
Sure, the week before.
Yes.
He was very upset about this STD
Yes.
that he thought Brooklyn gave him.
So D-True, he did know about this before that day, D-True, like we predicted. She's just said just like he was upset about it the day before, and da 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 da. So yeah.
So maybe he talked to whoever else he was having sex and they say they don't have it, or I don't know. Something caused him to act this way that day.
Exactly. I don't know what it was.
Because it's going back to the 5th that she showed her that she didn't showed the mother she didn't have it. What's the difference between the 5th when she says I don't have it? Here's my medical. Here's
to be honest, it would make sense that he would be that mad when he first found out.
Yes, like the day of.
The day of, right. So this is just weird. It was something else he was mad about. He knew that girl didn't give him no STD.
Maybe he talked to the other women.
And she knew that she didn't give him one because she had the proof.
But
this woman had the proof.
But not one time in a text message did she bother to say that.
Exactly. Did he even know she had proof, D-True? Did he even know that she had proof? Cause Brooklyn, I don't know if Brooklyn sent it to him because we didn't watch his trial. But we know that Brooklyn sent it to her. You know what I'm saying? It's something up. It's something just weird.
I sent Keith the results of Brooklyn's report.
Oh, wait a minute. She said she sent it. Hold on. See, we be talking some shit up. Listen.
Or you don't tell anybody that.
No.
You don't take Brooklyn to another location.
No.
And at this time, would you not agree that
Let's make sure your phones were turned off.
would you not agree that
somebody
was highly upset about this STD?
No more than he was upset about it 3 days before or 2 days before that.
Sure, the week before.
Yes.
He was very upset about this STD
Yes.
that he thought Brooklyn gave him.
I sent Keith the results of Brooklyn's report that she didn't have an STD.
My question was,
yes, ma'am.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
So what made him think on the 11th that she did? If the
it
mother
wasn't about
said,
no STD. It wasn't about no STD.
I think he used that as an excuse to why he wanted to do it. If he saw the report, I don't understand. Because
it's crazy.
Where's that text? She said she sent it to him. So where's that text message?
Where is it? Right. Because if they retrieve the text messages between him and her on that day, they could very well retrieve where she sent him proof that Brooklyn didn't have an STD. Exactly, Sonya. This is crazy, y'all.
He was very upset for however long it was about potentially having an STD.
Yes,
And he believed that Brooklyn gave it to him.
that's what he said.
And not one time on the August 11th day do you remind him that her test came back negative.
Come on.
No,
Not one time.
So you knew that Brooklyn had called the police on Keith before.
no, ma'am. But he told me that. That was hearsay. Do I know? Did Brooklyn tell me that? No, no.
So did Keith told you that Brooklyn called
Yes,
the police?
yes.
And at some point she had an injunction against
I
him.
don't know.
Wow.
You had him arrested before, didn't you?
Yes, yes.
And his dad had an injunction.
I don't know.
Well, you
Yeah, that's I said. That's what they said. I said that's what they said.
Okay, well, you testified to that earlier.
I said that they said.
And you knew that Keith shot at someone before.
I knew he shot. I was saying at someone.
Ms. Agee,
Yes,
Mr.
ma'am.
Ackerman's first question to you during your testimony was if you would ever do anything to hurt Brooklyn, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And you said no. But you sent that address where she was located.
Not to hurt Brooklyn. Not to hurt Brooklyn.
You know Keith is a hothead, correct?
At times.
And you threw gasoline on his temper with those text messages.
Sure did. Sure did.
I did what had worked before. If you say I threw gasoline that time, I would agree with you. Yes, ma'am.
In the 2 hours that you went back and forth with text messages, 2 hours,
Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
how long would it have taken you to shut your phone off?
A second.
Speaking of these text messages, so the jury has heard that 911 was called at 1:21 p.m.
Yes, ma'am.
And they've also heard that you deleted your text messages at 1:58 p.m. Where were you when you deleted those text messages?
The call to the 911 121, she deleted the messages at 158. She deleted the message, the truth. She deleted the messages after he did what he did, the truth.
Exactly. Well, he said he deleted the messages as they were talking, like she told him to.
I'm talking about her
but
messages.
she deleted her messages after he did what he did, which is more proof that she knew exactly what she did was wrong.
Who this here for? Oh my God, Jesus! I know that girl, that Brooklyn's mama is. Ooh, baby.
It's just, I don't want to lie to you. I think I was in the parking lot, I think.
She was in the parking lot when she did.
Ms. Agee, you said at the very end of your testimony earlier that it is horrific, your words,
Yes, ma'am.
horrific,
Yes, ma'am.
what your son did to your child's mother. And it is equally horrific that you helped him do it, isn't it?
No, ma'am, I didn't help them to do anything. No, ma'am, not at all.
Was it horrific that Keith took a life?
This is the defense attorney coming back up to redirect. Prosecution done. This is the defense coming back up. Redirect.
Despicable.
Yes, sir.
Horrific.
Yes, sir.
Did you think when this happened that you were pouring gasoline on it?
No, sir.
Did you have any inkling that you were encouraging him? Did you think that that's what you were doing?
No, sir.
The state's asking you, if you pour gasoline on a fire, we all know what's going to happen, correct? It's going to increase. Are you visualizing this? When this is going on, your son is talking stupid.
Right, son.
A young lady that you care very much for is on the other end of it.
Yes, sir.
It's not the first time, the second time, or the third time he's done that.
Yes, sir.
Did you think you were pouring gasoline on it?
No, sir.
Sustained.
First question that the state asked you was, you said you liked Brooklyn, but you loved him.
Yes, sir.
What did you mean by that? Why did you say that?
Because he was saying I was totally taken up for Brooklyn all the time. So what was I supposed to say? Yeah, I love Brooklyn. I mean, I love Brooklyn. I love Brooklyn now. I will love Brooklyn till I die. Am I an idiot?
Sustained.
Will Brooklyn's memory stay with you for the rest of your life?
Sustained.
Throughout every one of these texts, what was your goal?
To not let anything, to stop Keith. That was my goal, just to stop Keith.
Did you think in reality that he was coming?
No, I did not. When I called my mother, I'm
Sustained.
sorry.
Just wait
I'm
for
sorry.
Mr. Ackerman to ask you a question, okay?
Yes, I'm sorry.
When you called your mother, you what? Did you say?
When I called my mother and I told her,
Objection, hearsay. Sustained.
Every time you responded to one of his texts, were you thinking I should hang up or I should stop this or anything like that?
I was thinking just to stop it, trying to get it calming down. Hopefully, make him see what he was doing.
All the questions that the state asked you, did you ever have any intent to help him, to induce him, entice, whatever, the words that the state used?
Sustained. Mr. Ackerman, if you have a new area of inquiry based on the cross, you can ask it. The
Trying to read my
questions
notes.
have been asked a number of times.
I have no further questions.
This is crazy. This is crazy. Like, okay, so all right, that's it, y'all. Now listen. So when we come back tomorrow, we're gonna wrap it up. But let me tell y'all what we're gonna do tomorrow. That's the end of her testimony, I think. Now I got another video here labeled. I don't think that. Yeah, that's it. So tomorrow, listen. Tomorrow we're coming back, and we're gonna do the state's closing arguments. We're gonna do the defense's closing arguments. We're gonna do the reading of the guilty verdict, and she was sentenced today. She was sentenced. I know y'all probably go ahead of me and go see what that sentence is. I'm not gonna go see it. I'm gonna watch it with y'all. I do wanna kind of know what she was sentenced to, which probably is life. I don't know, but I'm not gonna watch it until tomorrow morning when we come back, and we're gonna wrap it up. So tomorrow we'll be doing the state's closing arguments, the defense closing arguments, the reading of the guilty verdict, and the sentencing. And then we'll wrap this up, and we're gonna move on to another case. All right. So, Dietrich, you got anything? Ooh, I'm just so upset. Do you have anything else to say? I didn't know this woman's testimony was gonna upset me so bad. Hell, his testimony ain't even upset me for real, because I don't know why. Because he's an idiot. But yeah, this woman is a piece of work. But anywho, you got anything to say, Dietrich, before we get out?
Her and the mayor of Munchkin Land is trying their best to make them seem like she actually has remorse for what happened to that girl. When you can see in the text messages, she implicates herself in everything. Okay,
Mhm.
She had many ways to stop this, and the prosecutor said it. I think she's in her 50s, isn't she?
I'll look it up real quick while you keep
Yeah,
talking.
I think she's.
I'll look it up.
But she had many ways to stop this. Many ways. I understand as a mother, you don't want to see your
She got
child
a
go.
30.
Yeah.
She got a 38-year-old son, but I, just from listening to the little bit I've listened to, she probably started having kids young. But I'm gonna look it up right quick. Go ahead, Detroit.
she had many ways to stop this. Even if she didn't want to send him to jail for driving there with that gun, that's okay. But she had many ways to do this. She could have got that girl out of the store. She could have told that girl, I'm for your safety, you need to punch out, leave. She could have gave that girl the car to go somewhere and hide, whatever. She could have did many things. She could have told Home Depot that her son is on his way up here. Please stop him. Don't let him in. Blah, blah, blah. Anything. She basically, that girl would be alive if she had just called the police. And if she knew that he was disturbed.
She is 51. She'll be 52 in November. She is 51 and she'll be 52 in November. So that means 51. She had her first child at 13 years old. This is why the mom was raising the kids. This is why the mom was raising the kids. This motherfucker, this is why she speaks the way she speaks, thinks the way she speaks, is because she's still a kid.
Now there's one message that kind of confused me. The one about the casino. Was he talking about the mom or was he talking about her? But he could be talking about her because she's not old enough to go into the casino.
Who, Brooklyn?
Yeah.
Well, the thing about the casinos here, I don't know how they work in Florida or where they are, but the casinos here, there's security at the door. I'm gonna be honest and say I've never seen security card anybody to actually come in. Now, where you will be carded is like if you try to drink.
Yeah, but if you gamble, because let me check something. If is 18 the age you can go to the casino?
I'm thinking it is. I ain't never thought about the age that you have to be because I've always
no, but it says most casinos.
I know you got to be 21 to drink. I know when they bring you them drinks, if you appear to be under 30, they card you.
Most casinos are 21 or older. The tribal casinos are 18 or 19.
Okay, the ones here are tribal, so I don't know about the ones where they are.
Some activities like bingo is 18. Nevada, California. Let me add a little thing there. Florida or Florida is 21. Poker and bingo is 18. Alabama's 21, bingo 18, horse racing 18. So I don't think he was. I think he was talking about the mother.
What message about the casino? I missed that. I'm saying to say.
In the message, it said always going to the casino and hanging out.
Oh, he was talking about Brooklyn.
Maybe.
I remember now. He was talking. See, basically, he was trying to make it seem like she slept around.
I believe so, because that kind of struck out to me, and I'm like, yeah, okay. So what is he? Is he saying she's always running around? But you guys weren't together.
Exactly. You weren't together, and if you slept together, you felt like she had been sleeping with somebody else, and you got something. Yeah, he was probably trying to say that she slept around and she gave him something. But the fact of the matter is she didn't. So he had to be sleeping around. That's what I'm saying. But anywho, I gotta go, y'all. I'm already, well, I'm not late, but I got some stuff to do before I do what I gotta do. But listen, we'll be back tomorrow morning, y'all, to wrap this up, I promise. Shout out to all of you all that support my Crime and Justice channel. Y'all know I have a special place in my heart for you all. I appreciate it. I do. I have my ride or dies for this channel, and I appreciate y'all. D-True, thank you so much. You gonna be able to come back tomorrow morning? I know it's Friday tomorrow.
What you get? What time?
I'm gonna try to come at. I'm gonna try to come between 8 and 9.
Okay.
Wait a minute. What was that? What was that?
I'll be looking. Yeah,
I'm gonna
because
text your ass.
I'm
I'm gonna call
usually
your ass in the morning. I'm gonna call your ass in the morning.
The reason I told you to give me like 20 minutes is because I had just walked back in the office, so I have to get everything situated. So usually by between 8:30 and 9, I'm pretty much set.
Okay,
with
all right.
what I'm running, so
Okay.
I'll be all right.
So yeah, it'll be between 8 and 9, y'all. Thank you, Fonberry. Love you too, baby. Thank you, Lady Marie. Thank you, Miss Lynn. So yeah, we'll be back to wrap it up, y'all. Then we're gonna start something else.
I like to say thank you for Trey for coming up today. Appreciate your being
Trey
here
probably
with us.
sleep. He's sleeping. He's napping. It's noontime. He has to take a nap before Grayson comes home from school. And Trey is asleep. He's asleep. He was up late last night doing premieres and shit. But
All
thank you, Trey.
Fawn said she'll come up tomorrow.
Okay, good job. Good. I would love to hear your voice. Keep it cute about this because I know you have an opinion. So I would love for you to come up tomorrow.
Yesterday was a hostile work environment. Now Fawn is coming up tomorrow. I'm not doing that. I will not submit myself to another hostile work environment.
Yes, you will. You'll be here with bells on. You love it. Stop it. Until next time, Sonya. Now I did have a T channel live scheduled for 12 because I thought I was gonna get off here and go straight over there, but I'm not gonna do that. I took that down. Now, what I will say, if later on, if it's not too late or whatever, depending on what's going on, after I get through with Talon's birthday dinner, I may do a late live, maybe. If not, I would definitely see y'all tomorrow. Okay. All right. So with that being said, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. The truth, I love you so much. I thank you. Yeah, and y'all have a blessed, beautiful rest of your day. Enjoy your Thursday. Tomorrow is Friday. Okay. So with that being said, the truth, continue on working because I know that's what you're doing. And yeah, I'll see y'all later. All right. With that being said, Truth Seeker, stand up. We out. I love y'all. Y'all be good.